I swear to God, that's a new song, or I'm losing my mind. It sounds like a new song.
Oh, that's definitely a new one.
It's new. Okay. I was
I've
like,
never
I
heard
don't know
that
if
one
I'm losing
before.
it, right? It was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that was, but it was definitely new. And hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, you guys. We made it. We made it to the weekend. We're here. Courtney is
We
here
did
with
it.
me because she's the best ever. The best ever. Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, we got it. Hello. Hi, all of you wonderful heathens. You're just wonderful and lovely, and I love all of you. Oh my God. And we got from Backhand 621. He said, hi, Zia. Hi, Courtney. Love and hugs.
Oh.
He's so sweet. Backhand, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Backhand. You get love and you get hugs. And Franklin also for 23.79. He does this every stream. He makes it even so that my dumb brain can do math. He does this.
Oh.
So nice. And then he said, since Voice Lady is off, I'll keep this short. It all began in 1966. Gandhi, Prime Minister of India. The first ATM was introduced, and I was born. Stop it.
Wow.
Nothing else of note happened to Dell tonight when I made Zia read this. Love ya. Love you, Frank. Oh my goodness.
1966, that was the first ATM machine?
Was
And
that really the
I
first
am
ATM?
fascinated now.
I think we need to look this up. I think we need to know more. Franklin, thank you so much, though. 1966 was the first ATM. And was he really? I mean, Frank just says, apparent. Did you look this up? He's looking things up. He found some stuff. And then also a golden shower board. I am ATM old. I knew that's where we were going with this. We learned something new today.
I mean, I had no idea. I thought ATMs were way later. I mean, I grew up in a really small town, so like that kind of stuff was like I didn't see my first ATM until like 2000. So like I just remember you'd have to drive up
to the bank and
to the teller and to the tube.
Oh my God, I'm like really trying to think when I saw my first ATM. I don't even know. I'm sure it was when I was young, I guess. Maybe. Oh man, now I'm freaking out. Now I'm like, well, I remember payphones. I remember calling my dad from the payphone outside of the library because like if my phone died, I did have a cell phone, but I wasn't super responsible with it. So it died all the time.
Whoops.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, gotta call my dad from the payphone. And then it was like, leave a message. I'll be at the library because he never answered his phone. It's a wonder I got picked up at all after school.
Your phone would die all the time? See, my no, I mean, I am pretty old. So like my first phone was the, Nokia brick with the snake, with the game Snake on it and stuff. Like that thing, I didn't have to charge that. I charged it like once a week.
That thing held its battery so well. It really did hold it so well. It was crazy.
Yeah, but I was like 18 when that was like the phone that everyone had. So
I think I had the Motorola Razr. I had the Razr flip phone.
Oh, that someone was doing well.
Right? It was fancy. My dad got it for me for Christmas one year. And I was like, oh, he got me, mine and my sister one. And mine was maroon. And I was like, I felt so cool. It was like the coolest phone ever.
I was
like,
I had my own apartment like as soon as I turned 18. And I remember having a party in my apartment and some guy that showed up, like his friend that invited him, that I actually knew. This guy I didn't know, in my friggin' apartment when I was 18. Not safe, people, by the way. But the friend that brought him over was like, oh yeah, he just got the new Razr. And I was like, what's the Razr? And then everybody in my apartment was like passing it around and looking at it and was like, oh, this is so cool. Yeah.
It was small and flat and you'd like flip it open. Yeah. It was like,
we were fascinated.
Yeah. That was when phones really started. Can you imagine someone from that era just being picked up and plopped into today with the smartphones that we have now? Like we gradually got there. And I don't even remember the point where I was like, oh, at one point we had smartphones and I like didn't even think anything of it. I was just like, of course I can look up anything and do anything on my phone.
I know. So yeah, weird. I think about it now. I'm like, wow, I guess I did just function in the world without Googling something or whatever.
Didn't even think didn't think to look anything up. Wasn't able to call anyone. Like I would go to my friend's house and I was just at my friend's house for like a week sometimes. And if my dad wanted to get in touch with me, he'd have to call there. And if we weren't there, then I don't know. I'd see him later. Like, I
Yeah, and
don't.
it wasn't assumed that your child was missing. You just,
No.
well, they were still at their friend's house.
Yeah, it was just exactly.
Man.
RJP, thank you so much for the golden shower boy. I want to thank everybody because I'm seeing myself getting into a whole phone thing because Fright Club also brought up texting. And I remember texting. RJP, thank you so much. A golden shower boy from RJP. Jesus Christ. Please. So sorry. I've been like in a content shooting hole for days now where that's like all I've been doing. I like went to the gym the last 2 days and then just come home and I'm like shooting because I'm so proud of myself that I've been getting so much done, but I'm also kind of like not doing anything else really. So I've like just been shooting content, but I'm so proud of myself because I'm almost done with all of the content I need for March. And then I'm going to get started on April because I've decided I'm sick and tired of being like, fuck, I gotta do all this. It's gonna be hectic as fuck for like a week, but it's fine because or like 2 weeks maybe, when I get to the end of it, I'll be 2 months ahead and then I can start focusing my energy on other stuff and then just stay a month ahead on spicy sites all the time.
Yeah.
So
Once you get over that hump, you'll be like, oh, I can just focus on like once a week getting ahead on content. Like maybe sometimes it'll take me roughly a week just in case, depending on how far ahead I need to get or if I did fall behind on something or whatever. But like for the most part, yeah, that's good.
Exactly.
That's good. That's stressful right now. But oh my gosh, like this time next week, you're going to be like,
yes, exactly.
So
I'm so excited about it. I'm very proud of myself. Frank, yes, focus on myself. Not other content. No, I'm gonna focus on YouTube and other stuff, but
I immediately just went like saucy, like focusing on yourself.
You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. I got it. Another golden shower port over on Schmumble. Also, Fright Club, thank you so much. I've been working on, I'm just very excited for this content. Dan A with a golden shower boy over on Schmumble. He said, hello, lovely ladies.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Okay, we are at 50 now, and I was just looking through the new keenies that I got from my PO box today. I did do that.
Love it.
Right? Look at this, and look at the top of this.
That's a really cute cut. I like that.
Isn't it adorable?
I love that top. I was actually, it's so funny. I ran to Target today and I saw a bikini top really similar to that. It like kind of folded in the front like that. It was a little bit different, but yeah. And I was like, oh, I want it so bad. And it's been a long time since Target. I didn't even look. I was just like, get your coffee and your toilet paper and go. Oh, and I got cake stuff.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm so proud of you though, because like going into Target and getting what you need and leaving is like next to impossible.
I spent less than $100, folks.
Actually amazing. Actually, Target is, woo. Let me tell you.
I got 4 things of cold brew, bajillion months of toilet paper, and 2 boxes of cake mix with some frosting.
What kind of cake are you making?
I got strawberry this time. I was very mad at the red velvet.
Why?
I'm so mad.
What happened?
Because the thing is, okay, red velvet is the LaCroix of chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
It's just, you can tell that it's trying to be chocolate, but it's not chocolate.
But it's not chocolate. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I want it banned from the US, from the United States of America. Okay. I want it banned. RFK, please ban it.
Just get rid of, absolutely get rid of red velvet. It's outlawed in the United States. Well, yeah. Think about it. It's just weak chocolate, but with food coloring.
Yeah.
With red fort, it's chocolate with cancer. They're like, here, have some cancer with your chocolate cake. And it's like, why?
Yeah, it's chocolate with many illnesses, a lot of them neurodivergence and shit. Okay. If you already have ADHD,
Oh, I'm
you're
screwed.
just going to be way worse. Yeah. I tested in the 99th percentile of people with women my age with ADHD.
Oh God, I haven't been tested in I got diagnosed like years and years and years ago, and I have not done or thought about anything about it since then. I've not gotten like valued. I've gotten zero treatment, and I do feel like my life is a lot more difficult than it needs to be because of it.
You know what might help? 'Cause I don't know if this is something that you struggle with, because one of the things that we did, because my medications didn't seem to really be working that well.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm taking like a very high dose, and it just seems like I go like some days where it just seems like it does nothing for me. I just feel like I'm in a fog, and they're like, oh, okay, maybe you have this MTHFR gene. It stands for methyl tetrahydra. Wait, met, methyl tetrahydrofolate reductase, something
How
crazy.
on earth did
So
you remember that? That's amazing.
it essentially means that there's this like gene in your blood that can get mutated, and that particular gene is like what helps your nutrients go where they need to go. And mine is reduced down to like 65%. So like my body doesn't know it's getting all the nutrients it needs, and one of the things that's affected is the blood flow to my brain, which is what then creates ADHD.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah, and so like the prefrontal cortex, that is like the big thing that is like the functioning part of your brain, that I guess is what, I don't necessarily think it creates ADHD, but that's a major part of the brain that if it's affected can cause ADHD.
Mhm.
So if you don't have enough blood flow going to the brain or to that part of the brain, so I take methylated folate,
Okay, I just
and then
knocked the headphone out of my ear, proving that I definitely do not have enough blood, going to my brain. So what
and notice how much I was paying attention.
was that last sentence that you said? I'm so sorry. Two
I
girls with
take
ADHD.
I know. And that was like the important part too. That I was like, this is the part that's gonna be really helpful. And here I am just like burp, 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 burp.
I'm the one that's taking this off, and I'm just like, "Durr," and you're talking, and I'm like, oh shit, there goes my hearing device.
This is going great, everybody. Oh, I take methylated folate, and it helps me a lot, especially like when I've been taking it with vitamin D lately. I
Okay.
feel like, oh, I am actually like a little bit more like refreshed and alert. I actually keep forgetting to take my medication now because like this is fine.
That's sort of the problem. It's funny because I saw this one post and it really made me laugh of a girl, being like they don't like just prescribing ADHD meds because they're habit forming. And she goes, "Meanwhile, I've forgotten to take my ADHD meds for the past like 3 weeks."
Yeah. Whoops.
That's the problem. Like the real issue here is that we're not going to be able to remember to
Yeah.
actually take them. I forget my vitamins almost every other day. Ugh.
Yeah. It's I mean, I forget shit all the time. I'm very forgetful. I have to stop and think like, did I take the only two vitamins that I insist on taking every day? I'm like, should I take
Should I do
two?
this again?
I don't know. Does it matter? I don't, it's especially alarming when I'm like, oh, I don't know if took my meds. And then I'm like, well, if I take another one, like, I don't remember if I took my 30 milligrams of Adderall today. Should I take another 30 milligrams of Adderall?
Courtney's like
That's gonna be
heavy into some project, and your brother comes home and you're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "What?" You come in, stuff
like I got a
everywhere.
wall taken out of the
Yeah.
house. Like
You're
it's a
like,
whole construction project. He's like, what the hell?
"What happened
I
here?"
even have like the dogs are in their own little construction outfits with their PPE and everything. Like,
Little hard hat, little dog hard hat.
and
Ah,
their little protective eyewear and their little vests. It's hard
yes.
at work.
Oh my God. My auntie Kelly called me today because she's working on gift cards for my sister. And I sent her 3 gift cards for my sister, and they got like lost in the mail. She gave me the wrong address.
Oh,
And so I spent $250 on gift cards that were delivered, but to not a real address. So we don't know what happened to them because she gave me the street address, but to a different town.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, so that's $250 in gift cards that are just completely down the drain. Someone has them. Someone that works at the post office fucking like lucked out and got gift cards to the Cheesecake Factory, what was it? Marshall's and not Jeans Warehouse. That's where she's going this time. American Eagle. So now my Auntie Kelly's great. She's like, since I gave you the wrong address, I'll replace them. But I don't want her to like, yeah, no, my aunt's not even neighbor Melissa. It was in a different town. It was like in a completely different area. So instead of giving me to where she lives, it was like somewhere else. Thank you so much,
Well,
RJP.
what about, did she give you the correct zip code?
No, that was the problem. It was the wrong zip code.
Oh,
So she like,
because yeah, the zip code is really what'll determine what's happening there. If you accidentally
but, like,
fumble like the city or something, it's gonna go to the zip code
to
first.
the zip code, right? But she gave me the wrong zip code. She gave me it to like a town where I used to live, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize where she lived was considered this part of it. But it totally wasn't, completely wrong. So anyway, those are completely lost in the mail. She's going to replace them though, because she was the one that gave me the wrong address. And I was like, that's nice. But I still have been sending her more money for the gift cards for my sister to get all this set up. But she calls me today and she's like, should we get her a Journeys gift card? Do you think she's going to want to get new shoes? And I was like, well, she has nothing. So she's probably going to want new shoes. Jeans Warehouse is like, I think it's only in Hawaii. I've never seen that anywhere else, but it's kind of Jeans Warehouse is where the skanky girls, myself included, used to shop in high school.
Huh?
And I am like amazed that they're still around. Like absolutely shocked that Jeans Warehouse is still a thing. My sister said they got better, less cheap, less skanky. I'm like, wow, I'm amazed. So she got her one for that, but she calls me today and she's got this little like dachshund puppy. It's like golden and it has fluffy, like long ears like this. And she sends me pictures of her all the time and she's so cute, but she has a heart murmur. So she has to get a surgery this next month.
Ooh.
And then she sent me another, I don't know why it made me think of this. This is ADHD. I just went on a long way to go for a ham sandwich just to tell you about a dog because you mentioned a dog maybe 10 minutes ago.
Oh, the dogs in the
Christ,
construction
woman.
outfits. Yeah.
Yes, you see, this is oh. So anyway, this puppy is adorable and she's getting a little heart murmur surgery, but she's going to be okay. She's really cute. Daisy is her name. It's so
Aw.
adorable.
I just heard one of my dogs having dreams in my room. I just like as you're telling the story, I just heard.
Were they doing the little? Well, I guess you can't see. You were only hearing.
Yeah,
I love when they do the little running
I
thing.
know, it's so cute. There was the other day, Chungus was having some crazy dreams. Her tail was going nuts, and she's I don't know what was going on in that dream, but she was having a good time.
She was chasing something and she just wasn't getting whatever she was chasing. She's like, why?
I guess not. She's not even like the chasing type. She's such a like, "Ooh, am I allowed to even look over there? I'm scared." So it's really funny that she always has dreams like that. I'm like, girl.
Why are you shaking your head at me? Did I say something? Oh, I thought I said something. She's a poor meek little puppy.
I know she let the neighbor cat kick her ass the other day.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, she's so small too. So it's like, it's hard because when they're little like that.
Well, I mean, Chungus, she is still a small dog, but
I guess
she's a
she's the
chunk.
bigger of the small dogs. You're right. Like that's why I named her Chungus. But she is still like as far as like
Yeah. She's
size
not a
dogs
big
go.
dog by any means.
Yeah. She's just a chunky little one.
She is a chunky one. I know they're stubby little legs. And she's just like
They're so cute.
she just sits there and like the cat was like and she just went and I'm like hit her back. What are you doing?
I back. Come on.
Like this cat is an asshole. So of course, when I took them on the walk the other day, he was outside of his house, like at Penelope and Cricket. And I was like, "You leave him alone, leave him alone. He's scary." And then I actually out loud when I got back to the house, told Chungus, I'm like, "Winston's outside right now, okay? don't make eye contact and he'll leave you alone.
Did you listen?
He actually ended up leaving. He bolted. I was like, where are you, buddy? Because I was ready to fight him. I'm like, listen, I know your dad isn't here anymore. I'm going to punch you in the face if you come after my dog. Okay.
Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. Bop him.
Yeah. I didn't even have to punch him. Just, yeah, I'm not going to punch a cat, but really,
No, but I
don't
know
hurt
what
my
you're saying.
dog. She's a baby.
It's so funny because it's supposedly dogs have to be afraid of cats. I mean, cats have to be afraid of dogs, but I really think it's the other way around. Every dog I've known has been terrified of cats because cats are like, I will fuck your day up.
Oh, yeah.
The cat's like, I will fuck your day up.
Yeah. I've never seen a cat scared of a dog ever.
No, it's always they portray it like cats running away from dogs, but I swear to God, they're little bullies. I do like cats, but they're little bullies.
Yeah. My grandparents used to have a black lab, like Springer Spaniel mix. He was a big, sturdy boy. And they also had a cat, and I would watch her kick his ass all the time. All the time. Like he would be like snooting at her, and then she'd like, and next thing you know, he's on the floor like, "Ooh."
Yeah. And then suddenly the dog turns into big babies.
Yeah. Like this guy he's very very buff. Like he could beat the crap out of anything. And he's scared of this cat that's like a tenth of his size.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I feel like cats could actually like mess up a human too if it attacked you. I actually am scared of cats a little bit.
Oh yeah. I used to have a cat when she first moved in. I was terrified of her. She would sit on top of my dresser and just so I'd have to wait for her to not be on top of the dresser so I could get into it and take my clothes out of it and
See?
set them out so that
Bully.
yeah, like I couldn't just wait until the next morning and hope that she wasn't there. I'd have to like any chance I didn't see her at the dresser, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna take some clothes out and make sure I have some stuff. I was terrified of her. I'm like, this is my apartment. Like I got this place. This is mine. I paid for it. What are you? What?
Those are your clothes.
Yeah, these are my clothes. You're not gonna wear them, but no, it's her house now. It was her
Oh,
apartment, her dresser, her clothes. She did not care what I had to say about it,
so funny.
and I was
Oh.
terrified.
I had actually, yeah, Fright Club, that's a good point. He said it's how dogs are trained. Pretty sure if there were no witnesses, the dog would mess a cat up. That's true. You're right. Dogs are scared because they know they're going to get in trouble. They know the small, fluffy little feline is not, because they do have stronger bites. Someone else in chat said it, but cats are vicious little bastards.
They really are.
We're halfway to bikini.
Oh,
Ravenclaw for 5 said, Hail Queen Heathen Z of Anderson and Lady Courtney of Brooke. Asian Simp is ready to learn from 2 lovely ladies. Love Asian Simp, 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 Simp. Ravenclaw, thank you so much. We also have a pretty lady in chat. Her name is Ashley, and she's here.
yay!
She said,
Ashley!
hi, pretty ladies. I'm showing off my pantaloons. Gotta fix this a little bit. Ow.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go. Do this. All right, putting on these thingamabobberies. Franklin with 45. Franklin, you sweet little gem, you. He said for Cece. Franklin, thank you so much. That is gonna go to Cece. I actually just sent my Auntie Kelly money last night for my sister's phone and gift cards. Hi, K-Max. It has not yet. Franklin, I will tell her. She'll be so happy and excited. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much.
K-Max, we're only 24 minutes into the show. There's no way we've had a chance to get to an unqualified expert.
But we will get to unqualified expert. I also have to thank Mr. Psychotic Mongoose because he just gifted a XiaLand subscription over on the Schmumble. And guess who got it? K-Max said, sorry about that, Courtney. K-Max, you're great. You're great.
No, I appreciate you actually trying to help us stay on top of it, though.
We can do this. We're going to do one.
We can derail real fast. So
yes, that is all right. we're gonna do good things here. And it was Franklin, aka Fairy Guy, over on Schmumble that got the gifted sub. I could not think of a better person for that. That is
Yay.
awesome. That is awesome. Okay, okay, you just close here. Nope, I didn't mean to archive those. Let's just
Well,
see. This is my problem too. There's like, this is why it's so hard for me to get anything done. It has been taken everything in me to majorly focus on like what I'm doing to shoot and stuff and not focusing on other stuff because I get sidetracked so easily. Like if I see an email, I'm like, oh, I got to delete this right now. I don't know why I have to delete it right now. Like I'm like, I need to do this right this second, but like
immediately.
immediately, I don't
I
know what's
know.
wrong with me. I have problems. Mm.
I'm telling you, I'm the exact same way. I'm like, okay, well, I know I need to do this thing, but I have to do this other thing that I actually technically don't right now.
Yeah. No, it's like same thing when I get something in my head about like if I get an idea in my head like where I want to do something to the apartment or like to my house or whatever it was where I want to make a design change, like I have to do it right that second or I feel like I'm gonna die. And I like kind of obsess over it. And like if something is stopping me from doing it, I'll get like really agitated. And I don't I don't know why. And I don't know how to fix that. Like, I don't know
It's
what that
just
is.
it's the thing is like it's just how your brain operates. You know, there are things that you see as really helpful in that moment that are going to be beneficial, and you feel like it has to get done right then and there. And if it doesn't, you can't do anything else except but like even though you can, but it just feels like you can't. Like I will even get to a point where I'm like I just can't do anything because otherwise uh, I don't know which one I'm supposed to do first. And so if I don't do anything, that's going to be so much easier.
Yeah,
It's not. But
it's not.
in at the moment, it feels like it is.
Like I have a weird obsession right now where I want to redo the bedroom, but I'm like saving money for a hernia surgery. Like I'm not spending money on stupid stuff that's completely unnecessary. But I got it in
Yeah.
my head that it needs to happen or I'm going to lose my fucking mind. So it's like I've got to stop. I don't know why it's been like invading my thoughts. So on that topic, on that note, we are very qualified to give this advice because I'm clearly super mentally healthy. Super mentally healthy. I am the person you should be getting your advice from. We are halfway to bikini, you lovely, wonderful heathens. Halfway. Franklin, thank you so freaking much. I got 2 new bikinis today. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. So this girl says, my fiance said he wouldn't ever let a man do his manicure pedicure. It'd have to be a woman, and an attractive one at that. I get that some guys might feel more comfortable with a woman tech, but the part about her being attractive just doesn't sit right with me. I tried explaining that when you're paying for a service like that, it should be about the skill of the technician, not their looks. It's like going to the dentist and asking for an attractive hygienist instead of a more qualified one. It feels superficial, and honestly, it's bugging me. Am I making a bigger deal out of this than I should, or does it seem weird to anyone else?
I feel like I'm like on the same page where it's like, yeah, I can see why when you have somebody rubbing your body and you're a dude that you want it to be a woman to do it, you know?
Yeah, my
Like
husband's
I
also more comfortable with female, massage therapists. He doesn't care what they look like, he just doesn't want a dude rubbing down his naked body, and I'm like, "Fair enough," that's
yeah.
not weird to me. I don't
Yeah, like,
mind.
years and years ago, I remember talking to my brother about that because he had, like, really bad back problems and had to go get a massage, and he was like, I don't want a dude doing this," and I was like, "I love it when a dude gives me a massage because my back is messed up, and I love it
Strong
when they just reef on
hands.
me." So someone like, "Don't you
Yes.
want him to reef on you?" And he was like, I want them to reef on me, but I don't want it to be a dude." Like, I just don't want it to be a dude. I don't care. I'd rather walk away in pain still and need to come back than have it be a dude and fix me right then and there. And I totally get it. But like needing it to be somebody like who's hot.
Attractive,
Like
yeah.
dudes, first of all, dudes like I don't say I think they think that all women are hot, but like it's hard for them to they're less likely to find a woman to be unattractive than they are to find a
Yes.
woman at least like somewhat attractive, right? Like it's so that's weird that that's a standard because like she's gonna be a woman. And also, I mean, hey, at the risk of sounding super racist, she's gonna be Asian. You know that she's gonna be an Asian lady, okay?
No, you're absolutely right. I've never gotten my nails done by someone who's not an Asian woman or man. There are Asian men. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think I
Um,
met one Asian dude that did my nails once.
yeah.
It's almost like every time though, it's an Asian lady.
It's always an Asian lady, but I do have to say, every time it's been an Asian guy that's done my nails, it's been my feet. And I cannot help but get into my head that the only way this guy is doing this because he has a foot fetish. And
He's
now I
a
can't think anything
Quentin
else.
Tarantino type.
Yes. I can't think anything else. Like he did a great job, but every single time it's been my feet. And I'm like, this is very suspicious, sir.
Yeah. No, I That's exactly it. That oh my God. I didn't even think about that because I never had a guy give me a pedicure. It was the one I could think of. I got a shellac manicure and it
Okay.
was I didn't like him or how he
No.
did it.
Oh
He
no.
was because the color I got was like kind of a sheer color. It was all pink and sparkly or whatever. And I had been to this salon before and got the exact same color before. And the nail tech was like, "Hey, you can it's a little sheer. You can kind of see your nail. Do you want just like one more layer? It should be able to cover it up better." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, let's give it a try or whatever." And it did. And so I asked him like, "Hey, can you just do one more layer?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I mean, we can if you want, but like." It's gonna be, like, way too thick, and I remember the way he said thick, and, mind you, this was, like, 10 years ago, but it's just ingrained in my mind. He was like, "It's gonna be really thick." Like, he did the in the back of his
Ew,
throat,
no.
and
Why?
because he was annoyed with me for wanting because he wanted to get, to the next
Right.
person to get more money, and all these ladies kept coming in, and they were like, "Oh my god, you're here, I'm so excited. Oh my god, well, you're busy. Oh, no, I wanted you to do my nails." I was like, "Fucking take him, okay? I'll take somebody else, anybody." He
Was
was
he
just
gay or was
yeah.
he was? Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
he definitely was.
Yeah,
He
thank
I
you.
honestly, I think he might have been, like, the son of the owner or something like that, right? Like, he
Mm,
was because he knew
yeah,
everybody and,
he's
like
one of those.
yeah, and I just, I
You're
was like,
like, "No, fuck out of here."
Just do a sheer just give me the freaking nail polish, I'll do it myself, what the hell?"
Mhm. Yeah, at that point, especially when they're not like look, I understand that they're the professionals, but when you're asking for something, I do think that they should be like, "Yeah, we can do that." Especially when it's just one extra layer. That's not that
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and then I just have to put my little my paw underneath the light for a couple of seconds, like, I just don't understand why that's such an inconvenience for you.
It's
If you're that desperate to, like, stray from my table to go grab your clients that you actually like, fucking leave.
Mhm.
And then and I'll take give me somebody else. Who else is available? Who the lady that was gonna take them, just put her here. Let her finish it.
Yeah, and you can go off with your little fan club, you bitch. What an asshole. I
It's
love
stupid.
I love how this devolved into by the way, okay, we first of all, we have a Chody in the chat. I don't know if he's still here or if he left already, but he said, "2 hot blondes. Is it my
Chody.
birthday?" Oh, shit. Oh, it's
Oh, wait, hold
Chody's
on.
birthday. I mean, it's not, but we'll pretend like it is while we do this. That's some excellent jiggle physics we got going on here. This is fantastic.
My
This
shirt is not
is
allowing for it. I'm sorry, Chody.
no, I still saw it and it was beautiful. We got a
Thank you.
Chody in the chat. Hi, Chody. And then we got over on the Schmumble. Deranged Lunatic for 2. Courtney and Zia, 4 of the best breasts on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Deranged Lunatic.
I grew them myself just for YouTube.
I did not grow them myself, but I worked really
You
hard to
earned them
pay.
anyway.
I sure did. Yeah, see, RJP, you can't have that. RJP, Fright Club, no, the shaking does not hurt. At least for me. They hurt jumping rope does though. Jesus H Christ. Um RJP said the last time I went in for a haircut, the woman wanted to cut my hair the way she wanted, not the way I wanted. I hate that. I hate that. It's not your hair. It's not your hair. If he asks for a certain thing, you do that thing. They're the client. You can gently suggest things. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You can just say, like, hey, I think this would look really good on you. But if they say no or they want something else, just do that thing. Like, this is not.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that person wants to look the way that they want to look.
Yes.
Like I remember going to beauty school and we watched this thing on Vidal Sassoon and like how he started his whole company and everything. And I remember watching this part where he was arguing with a client. And she was like, she was telling him how to cut her hair. And he was like, I saw you as soon as you walked in the room, I saw that your hair grows in this direction. So if I cut it this way, it's going to do this and da, da, da. And then you have to take that into consideration. Like, yes, you can see that this person has certain wave patterns. You can see that they have a certain like shape to their head and like all this stuff that's like, this is how this is going to affect it. But if they want their hair to look a certain way, just make it look that certain way.
Yeah.
Whether you think it looks stupid or not, that's not up to you. But if you're going to cut it a certain way to get it to look that way, then do that. So like there's a balance between being the expert and knowing how to do it and also being able to provide them what they want.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's your money. Like if you can bring it anywhere. And so if someone's going to be like, no, I'm going to do this to your hair instead. These fucking people.
Yeah, that would be like me going in and be like, hey, can you cut my hair like to here? And they're like, actually, I'm going to do it like this. And I'm like, but I don't want that. Like, I don't know. That's just such a bizarre. I'll take advice. Like the last time I went to go see my hair girl, I wanted her to do a platinum. Like I wanted to do a platinum blonde up top, and she was like, she goes, look, I'm just not comfortable doing that. She's like, I love you, and she's like, I don't want to see you go anywhere else, but if you want something like that, she's like, I can recommend you or refer you to someone who's more comfortable with that. She's like, I'm just not comfortable doing that kind of hair. And that I appreciated because she was honest with me about like her skill level and what she was comfortable doing instead of just doing what I wanted and then ruining my hair. So like that kind of stuff I actually really appreciate. And I was like, okay, no, thanks for telling me.
Or if it's like a dramatic change where like, the client isn't, fully prepared because their hair has been a certain way for a long time and you're kind of talking them like, I want to do this for you, but are you like, this is the kind of maintenance you're going to have to do on it or whatever. Like, this is what you're going to have to do. Like, this is what it's going to look like. Have we, tried a wig or something like that? Something, like just kind of getting an idea of making sure that they're not going to have a huge shock when you turn them around. Like, here we are for the big reveal, So there's that too. But like, yeah, obviously if you're going to want a big dramatic change and your hairstylist is like, oh, that's beyond my skill level, then you're not going to want to get it done.
Exactly. So like, I'm happy that she told me if I change my mind and I want to do platinum, I still haven't decided yet. I'll go to someone else and I'll do platinum. And then,
just get a wig.
Or get a wig. There you go. Exactly. Much like another something that I got from my P.O. box. I'm sorry, Frank asked if I got something else. I immediately, of course, knew that this was for them. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got it. We got the anglerfish too. Look at it. Okay, wait. That's not an anglerfish. That's a lantern.
It is.
It is an anglerfish. Okay. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm losing my actual mind.
Wait, there's such thing as a lanternfish?
I don't know. I think I'm just making things up.
Oh, I was going to say, now I have to look up the lanternfish. This is Guadalupe.
It's Guadalupe. Hold on. This just says raccoon puppet. All right. Look, there are, facts of interest. Raccoons are native to North and South America. They live in every habitat from desert to seashore to woodland to city. Raccoons are considered carnivores because of their tooth structure, but actually these night foragers will eat almost anything.
That's very true.
Yeah, absolutely. I see them digging stuff out of the trash. The name raccoon is from the Algonquian Indian word. I don't know if I said that right.
Algonquin. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Aracoon, it means he who scratches with his hands. That's so true.
That's so cute.
they're almost as clever with their paws or hands as monkeys. They can even twist doorknobs and open refrigerators. Oh
Yeah,
my
they're a
God.
dangerous pet to have in the house.
They are. They're little terrors, but I still want them. I want them so bad. I want a little raccoon. I would have a raccoon if I see. This is what I would do if I was Amaranth. Okay, she's trending right now because she's going on her stuff. She's going on with her bad self, talking some whatnot on Twitter. So some people are like all for it. Some people hate it. Some people are telling her, "Where's your horse sanctuary?" Anyway, my point is, if I was making Amaranth money, if I was like
Yeah.
her 2 million a month or whatever insanity she's making, I would have raccoons in the backyard. I would have a
Yeah.
whole house for it would be their own house. So they can tear it up and do whatever they want. They got their space. There's a bunch of them back there. There's like a special built little house in the back for my raccoon buddies. And there would
Yeah.
be raccoon cams out there at all times. So the raccoon friends could be shared with the world. Like that's what I would be doing if I had that kind of money.
Oh, I love this. We need to get you to Amaranth status.
Yeah, how do I get as famous as Amaranth? What the fuck did she do? That she just like was she one of the first e-girls? She figured that shit out.
Yeah, I think well didn't she start off with wasn't she the hot tub meta or whatever chick?
Oh, she was. You're right. She started with the hot tubs. That's what it is.
Yeah.
She was a pioneer. She does deserve what she gets.
I'm telling you, we got to start incorporating a kiddie pool
We really do. We really do.
and some trampolines. This summer is going to be very different for your goals.
That's true. Yeah. Oh my God. I could do outside streams in the summer.
With kiddie pools and trampolines.
Kiddie pools and trampolines. See, this is going to be fun. There's going to be some fun stuff, you guys. I'm so excited.
I'm an ideas gal,
in the chat. We also got we got a golden. There's another story here, but I'm gonna read it after. Oh my God. All right.
I love that you have a raccoon puppet now. You're like a sexy Jim Henson, you know?
I'm going to take a picture with my raccoon like this. That's going to be my new shtick. That's how I'll get Amaranth famous, with my raccoon. We got a golden shower boy from Mr. K-Max, and he brought up something.
Oh.
This is great. K-Max, thank you so much, by the way. We're at 119. We're 81 away from Keeney. He said, XiaLand Courtney, the Epstein files were supposed to be released today, but instead was just a bunch of people holding binders. Did you both expect to hear more about this Epstein Island? I am going to be honest with you. No, I didn't. They've been yammering about the fucking Epstein files. I think if there ever was any real legitimate information in those files, they've already been redacted or destroyed or completely gone. We will never ever see the Epstein files. I don't think it's ever going to happen. It's a talking point that comes up every couple years, and then we never see anything, and that's it. I think that's it.
Well, the thing is, like, what good is it if we have all the information, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you think about it, a lot of the information regarding what happened on that island or just on the plane or what have you, mm-hmm. If we get like details of that, that is trauma of children that we just believe that we should have access to. What I want is for the overlords to utilize that information and press charges against these perverts. I don't give a shit if I ever know all of the names of the people that were harmed. I would like to know the names of the people who end up going to prison forever. I would think I would like for all of us to be able to publicly execute them. I think that would be wonderful. But I don't see what just like giving binders to influencers does for anybody. I don't see what even posting that information online does for anybody, except for just create more trauma for the people that were victimized there. So to me, like, I just want to see people go to prison. I don't give a shit. I think the whole thing was an absolute disaster. I think that the people that were waving those binders around all just need to be blocked and avoided. They're clearly just clowns like the rest of them. They handled it so terribly. The only person who handled it with any class at all was Savannah Hernandez when she avoided the media circus, went off on her own and said, I just need to clear the record here because these people are being a mess. And I mean, those idiots, the one person that really stuck out to me was that Liz Wheeler idiot. I've never cared about her ever. I think I heard about her once years ago. And then No, that was the Libs of TikTok girl. She was awful, just like shoving herself into the frame, like, "Oh
Yeah, I was
my
gonna
God."
say she was obnoxious. I was like, "What the fuck?" Ugh.
She was a dumb choice for that, to have for that whole thing. Like, oh, just ugh. But the blonde girl that was there, that was like next to the brunette,
Ah,
she posted something separately from that that was like, I have the Epstein files exclusive, knowing full well they had already been briefed on it. She already knew that it wasn't exclusive information. She already was told that a lot of the information was already out there, and that there isn't really a smoking gun in those files that she was given. She already knew that, and she was using that binder and
worked
that
out.
that yeah, she
Yeah,
was
it
using it
clicked.
to get subscriptions. She was
Yeah.
using it to get her clicks and her views and her, like, I was just like, this is, you're using this binder that doesn't even have important information in it really, um but it's a what's the word, like a representative of abuse of children,
Mhm.
and you're using that as a trophy, but also as a way to like get people to come to my channel. And what are you going to
Mhm.
put it behind a paywall too, and then what, share the information that they already have, like the
No,
what
I
is
agree with you 100%. These people are
huh,
gross. I'm with James Evans. It's all a huge joke. It's disgusting.
yeah,
Also, I'm with your mom, C. Banus as well, though. This is what I want to see. I think it's just as if not more important to know who was on the blackmail tapes and who flew on the plane. That's what I just want to know, who was involved. And like you said, Courtney, go after them. Other, like, because the rest of it, not that it doesn't matter, but the rest of it we don't need to know. It's not our business really. It's, we need to find out who these people are that were
yeah.
not perpetrating it, but I mean, I guess kind of. But
They
like,
were victimizing the kids, the ones that
yeah,
were all, yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
that were participating in
there
the
we go.
whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
was
like,
trying to
and
find.
so
God.
the thing is, we were talking about this last night on my stream, is like, Doug, Jeff was, he was very well connected in Hollywood, and he had
Mhm.
private jets, right? So, especially back then, um, people really, really wanted to fly and fly private jets. And when you were rich and famous and you got a little taste of that, you're going to want to keep going on your private jets, right? So some of those flights, the thing is, we have to really pay attention to where were they going and how often and all of that, right? Because if you have one flight from New York to Mar-a-Lago, right? Let's Trump was on on that same flight log. Okay, but it was one and it was from New York to Mar-a-Lago. He was probably just trying to hurry up and get the fuck home.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's a very different than who's like actually going to the island and staying
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
it's because
Cuz
everyone
everyone what? Hmm?
was on that fucking plane. Like, everyone
Oh,
flew on that plane.
yeah.
Like, literally, I don't think everyone that went on the plane was guilty of something, but a lot
Right.
were. And you have to look at where they were going and what they were doing.
Right. Well, like, so one thing to pay attention to on those flight logs is um how many other names are on there and what names are there, because there are going to be the names of, like, you'll see the initials of like JE, Jeff, Ghislaine Maxwell, so you see GM, and then
Mhm.
there was the one girl that she's in one of the infamous photos. It was Virginia. Why can't I remember? It's a very simple last name too, like Roberts
Wolf?
or something. But
Where did I get that from?
I don't
Making
know.
things up. I'm making things up.
Well, we can call her that. So you'll see like her initials, like V, like R or S or something, I can't remember, but that's going to be an indication that, like, oh, something's going
Mhm.
down, something happened here. Because there are a handful of some of the victims' names that we do know, and if you see them on those flight logs, and like that's an indication that, like, that the other person, the other people on there, they were doing some shady shit. But there's even like stories of parties happening where people would show up, and you essentially would have your early crowd and they leave. And then the people who stay for the after party, that's when the nefarious shit happens. So those people in the early
Exactly.
crowd that were at that island, all they thought was like, we're at these cool parties. And
Yes.
so we do want to be careful too of like implicating them. Like, I don't care that you went to a cool party. I'm going to tell you right now. Before I found out about all this terrible shit, I would have been one of those people like, yes, I'm gonna go do some drugs and I'm gonna
Yep.
make out with a hot dude and it's gonna be awesome. Right? I
Yep.
might even take my top off and jump into the ocean and like
Because you
whatever.
don't know. Yeah. And then you leave, and you're right. It's the people that stay. It's kind of like the Diddy parties, too. Because I think there was probably a point where it was just a legitimate party and people were there doing their thing. And then once they left, that's when the people who were in on all that crazy, heinous shit that was happening, which must have been wild, by the way. This is another, God, so many insane things have been happening. The thing with Zelensky today, too, like, Jesus Christ. But the fact that Diddy's lawyer isn't representing him anymore. And now someone said this in a comment, and I think it's more likely that it's this and not necessarily that he's such a what he did was so bad that the lawyer can't represent him, because those type of defense lawyers don't give a shit. But it's likely that he lied about something.
I
And
think the timing of it's very interesting because with Kash Patel being appointed right before he stepped down, I think that he was basically colluding with the prosecution to essentially give Diddy an unfair trial. And I think that he was a little bit afraid that it could have been investigated and found out
okay.
that that's what was going to happen. Because the defense lawyer isn't just there to be like, my client is innocent. My client is a perfect baby angel. Like,
Right.
no, like they're there to make sure that your rights are still protected as an American citizen, or at least a person being tried in an American court system. They're there to make sure that the judge isn't trying any funny business. The prosecution can't pull a fast one. That your charges are actually appropriate for the act that you're on trial
Right.
for.
Right.
Like, they're there to help you. They're there to negotiate a plea deal for you. If they're like, there's no way you're going to be found not guilty. Come on. Like Daryl Brooks, for instance, that's why he fired his representation, is because they were like, no, we have it on camera. Like, come on, just take the
Yeah,
plea
we can't
deal.
we
Like,
can't defend you with this.
yeah, Sarah Boone, it was the same thing where like, girl, we have a video of you yelling at your boyfriend while he was in the suitcase asking you to let him out.
Yeah.
We know that you did it. Like, and she
No
went through
coming
8
back from that.
lawyers because she refused to she didn't like that they were trying to get her to do a plea deal. She insisted that you're my representation and you're supposed to help me get off
Wow.
from this. And they're like, no, that's just not what it is. Your legal representation is there for you to ensure that you have
A
a fair
fair
trial.
trial. Right.
And like, it's just insane that like, it is really funny to me. People are like, oh my God, was it really that bad of a case? Like, girl, do you think a defense lawyer is phased by this stuff? They see
No.
horror. That's
Exactly.
especially somebody with Diddy money is paying that defense lawyer. That guy has not been. This isn't his first trial. Okay, this is not his first case. He's been doing this
Defended
for a
Osama
long.
bin Laden. Like, that were like looking at some of the people he defended. I know. That's why when people are like, wow, it must have been bad, I was like, that's not why he's not representing him.
Yeah, this isn't like
Because he died, or what, like something happened.
yeah, this
That's
isn't a
so
junior
funny.
attorney, like, they've just, like,
No.
got promoted to partner or whatever, like, no, they're and I mean, even then, they've already seen a bunch of shit because 'cause they've been, a junior associate on a bunch of trials where they've already seen. Court isn't for, like, people who go pick flowers and volunteer at the old folks' home,
No.
okay? That's not what we talk about when we're in court, folks.
Well, also, even
Bad stuff.
like lawyers and stuff, a lot of their most stuff gets settled out of court. They try to not go to court. They try to keep you from to keep it from going to trial. They want to get a plea deal. They want a settlement. They want, like, having been in a situation once myself, they just want a settlement. They're like, we take our percentage or you pay us or whatever it is, and we get a settlement and you get your money and this doesn't go, whatever the thing is. It's pretty crazy. That's like the last thing they want. If it goes to court, it's who knows what could happen.
Lawyers hate having to go to court.
They hate having to go to court. Yeah.
They do whatever they can to avoid having to go to court. And that's another thing too, is people always think like, oh, they settled out of court. That means that like that person was guilty. Like people assume that when Michael Jackson settled out of court back in the 90s, that meant that he was guilty. Like, no, it was essentially him being like, you know that this is not true, so drop it. And you know what? If you never bother me again, here is a couple $1,000,000 or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Just
more worth it for them to just say, whoever it is, to just say like, "Here, take this money," instead of going to court and fighting it out and spending more money. And then the person that is trying to get the money, there's no guarantee that they'll get it. It's kind of a win for both sides in that situation. It's like the person gets the money unless they have a sure thing. Then it's kind of maybe a different story, but they might end up getting nothing if it goes to trial.
right. Well, it's like, I mean, especially in a case like Michael Jackson's case, like no amount of money is going to be a win unless an abuser is behind bars. So like it just
Mhm.
tells me that those families were just trying to get money out of him
I've
because
heard so many different things about for I went down I haven't like gone down the rabbit hole of Michael Jackson, but I've heard people talk about it where they legitimately think Michael Jackson was innocent and nothing was actually happening. And then I've heard people who are the exact opposite and like here's why, and I don't know where I stand on it because I've heard very compelling arguments on both sides and I'm like I don't know. I've got
I
no
think he
idea.
was weird because he was messed up from an abusive childhood and being forced in the spotlight as a little kid and like never knowing what it's like to be a normal person. And he was very weird. He was like an alien. There was nothing. I mean, even like his brother said that he ran into him at a record store and thought that it was a homeless person. He didn't even recognize him at first.
Jesus.
And then he was like, "Oh, wait, that's my freaking brother, my famous brother. What the hell?" Um, so like we all know that he was weird. We saw, "Hey, Michael Jackson," like my
The
favorite.
8,000 nose jobs.
Yeah, and all that skin bleaching. "No, I have vitiligo." Well, vitiligo usually there's brown spots on your skin, sir.
Yeah, everybody they still say that. They
Uh,
still say that he had vitiligo, but you're because I've seen that. You're right. It's in splotches. So
we never saw the splotches.
no
We never.
splotches. He just got whiter and whiter and one day he
He
was
went from
very
Thriller
white.
Michael Jackson to some white lady.
That's true.
I have a theory though, because people talk about like it started with getting injuries from the burn on the set of the Pepsi commercial. Like he did a Pepsi
Mhm.
commercial and there was like this like explosion thing and it caught his hair on fire or whatever and he got burned from it. And then from that, apparently that led to him bleaching his skin or whatever because he was trying to like match the rest of his skin to the scarring or something. And I have a theory because um what's his name? Ray Charles. Ray Charles was the face of Pepsi right after that.
I
I
remember that.
think Ray Charles, because he was so abusive, he caused the fire.
Holy shit.
This is all my speculation, okay? And anybody I've told this to was like, "What the what?" I think he did it. He was a violent person. He caused the fire. He wanted to be the spokesperson for Pepsi, so he caught Michael Jackson on fire so he could take his job.
Holy shit. Well, it worked. It
I mean,
worked.
yeah, if that's the case, then yes, it definitely worked.
All right, so your
But
mom's
yeah,
Banus. I do know that, but I guess I didn't think I do know it's the light spots on the dark skin, but I thought you would still see the dark. But what he did say makes sense. Now the thing was he was making the rest of his skin match the vitiligo spots. That actually makes sense if he
so
was
did
trying to
he
bleach the rest of
have
his
like
skin.
super mild vitiligo that we didn't see and he just didn't like it and then
Maybe bleach the rest of it to match.
before we could notice it? Because I've heard that like
Maybe.
vitiligo can like I guess spread isn't the right word, but like if you have like mild vitiligo, it can like quote unquote worsen. Like it can like the light spots can get bigger over time.
Yeah, I don't know that much about the condition. I don't know if it's something that I thought once you just were born with it and you had it, but I don't know. I'm not like I've never actually looked into it before, so I don't know if it's something that spread or gets worse. Because you're right, it's not something we ever noticed before.
Yeah. So maybe it was just really mild and he went ahead and did the whole thing just so that
Instead of going the
but
other way.
but I mean like he also talked a lot about how he looked too much like his dad and didn't want to look like him anymore. You
Ah.
know?
Oh God,
So
sorry.
there's that.
Heart is
But
sick.
just with him being so, different from the rest of us, I know I can see why people think that he's like weird and creepy. And he even like has said like, "What's wrong with sharing a bed with a kid?" Like, don't say that when people are accusing you of doing bad things with those
Mm-mm.
kids. But then you have the kids that are like, "No, we insisted on like sleeping in bed with him because like that was our that was our big kid friend or whatever. And we wanted, little kids, they love their adult friends and they want to snuggle them and everything. And then Macaulay Culkin was talking about how like, yeah, and then I'd wake up in the middle of the night and he'd be gone. Like he would just wait for us to fall asleep and then he'd leave. And so
Interesting.
like, yeah. And I mean, there were just certain things in like the one again, like for me, if a little kid, if a little kid that I know, whether it's my own child, 'cause I don't have any, but whatever. But like if there is something, if a person is touching them and I take it to court and they're like, just settle, just settle, just settle. No, I will not sit still. I will not stop this. I'm going to make your life a living hell until you are behind bars. So the people that settle out of court, I'm sorry, but no, like I want you in jail, in prison forever. Like you don't belong on the streets anymore. You should not be allowed to be touching kids ever again.
I do agree
So
with that as well. And you see it happen with parents too, that because you're right. Did you ever see that famous case? And Ashley, I love you. Ashley is our resident medic, and she knows it's an autoimmune disease, and yes, it can get worse over time.
oh,
So,
okay.
boom, we have our answer.
So maybe
Thank you,
that's what it
Ashley.
was what was happening with him.
Yeah,
Is that it
could have
was
been that.
starting to
But yeah, there was that one case where this one guy, did that to this guy's daughter, and she was, very, very young. I think she was like under 10 years old, and I can't remember if he was going to get off or if he like didn't get very much time. Something happened, but the dad was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" And just went and shot him and killed him when he was like in custody getting transported somewhere else. Like if that happens to your kid, and I get it, I 100% get it. I don't think the father got any time. Thank fucking God, that he didn't get any time for that, because yeah, if you do that to my kid, I'm gonna fucking end you. Like
you're done.
you're done. Yeah. So that is a very natural instinct, I would think. And I'm with you. So I would think like, I don't have kids, but even if something happened to like a niece or someone in my family that I love,
It's over.
it's over.
It's over. Yeah. So like the idea that these parents accepted money and didn't really care about justice for their kid and were like, yeah, it's fine if more kids keep going over there. That's another thing too, is like these people were all starstruck and were like, let's just drop our kids off at Michael Jackson's house. And then had the balls to turn around and be like, he did this to my kid. You left your child alone
I would also never do that.
at a random entertainer's house.
No, never in a fucking million years. Dude, these parents that know what's happening to their kids in the entertainment industry, because as we know, it's fucking rampant there.
Oh, yeah.
And look the other, like they look the other way and continuously put those kids in those situations so that they can get their fame or their money, are absolute fucking ghouls. They don't deserve to have kids, and they need to also be thrown into the fucking wood chipper.
Absolutely.
Fuck those people. It's disgusting.
Absolutely.
It's I would be, if again, like I'm not a parent. I just feel like this is such common sense stuff that if I had a kid and they really, really, really wanted to be an actor and it was like a passion that they had, I would try my best to support them and I would want to nurture them and let them kind of do their thing. But boy, you can bet your sweet ass I'd be a fucking helicopter mom on those sets. Like, I'd be like, you're doing what, with where, with who, and what?
Yeah. And yeah, some fat middle-aged dude is like, I want to take your daughter alone to dinner. No.
She's
Alone?
12.
Yeah. Not alone. Sorry. No. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. You're not alone, sir.
No.
How do you not understand the optics of that is just in general? Like not even what may or may not happen. The optics of that are awful. No,
Yeah,
I'm not going to be
terrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be the parrot who turns around. I had no idea, and then we all find out that I just basically used Dan Schneider as my personal babysitter.
Yeah, no, it's absolute bullshit. And yeah, like hi Meg, like Amanda Bynes' parents and Jeanette McCurdy as well. Both of them, you hear them talk about their experiences, and their parents just sound like
Jeanette McCurdy's
garbage
mom was
humans.
awful. I actually listened to her audiobook right after it came out.
Oh wow.
Oh, she would force Jeanette and the brother to take showers together. Okay.
Ew.
And then the mom would give them exams in the shower in front of each other. And this wasn't even like little. They were like 16.
Look, I used to change my little brother's diaper when he was a baby because I was like 13 when he was born. He's my half brother. If you try, like, I've seen my little brother naked 1,000 times as a baby because that's normal. But
Yeah.
if you tried to like get me into a shower with him as like a teen when he was 16, both of us would be like, that's fucking disgusting. No fucking life, like no interest in seeing. That's so weird. Why are people so weird? I don't like humans sometimes. Every time
It's
I hear something, I just, all of you
yeah.
should be fired. You're all bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about these parents. I'm not obviously not talking about everyone. There are
Not the
wonderful
chat.
parents out there. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking to you guys. I'm just, but like those people, just like you're not allowed to be a human anymore or have kids. You just get out of the world.
Yeah,
No more for you.
it's not a surprise that the book was called I'm Glad My Mom Died.
Yeah, and you know what? Good. Like fuck it. Like this whole you shouldn't celebrate when people die. You know what? When some people die, you should.
In this case, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to. I'm glad she died too. And the whole point of it too, though, was that she didn't even realize that she was being abused by anybody,
Ugh,
like her
poor
mom
thing.
or anybody else, until
God,
after her mom died. And it
it's
like took,
horrible.
yeah, she had like a few different therapy sessions and like fired her therapist for a while, came back, and then realized like if my mom didn't die, I wouldn't have known all this stuff that I went through. I would, because I
Mhm,
just wanted to believe that my mom was perfect forever.
mhm.
So,
I think we all want that from our parents,
oh
and
yeah.
that's something I'm struggling with my dad, and I love my dad, and I don't think that my dad's a bad person, but I think he's a very selfish person, and I think that, he's not always been the best parent, but it's like a weird it's like but I don't think my dad's a bad person, like, that's the difference. I don't think my dad's a bad person, and he never abused me. He was just really neglectful and very like, you live your own life. You're good, whatever," and was super focused on whatever he was doing. And it's, like, something that you realize in therapy too is your your parents are not perfect. Even if they're good parents, they're not perfect, and they're gonna fuck you up some way or another. So, like,
Yeah.
whether they're trying or not, and a lot of it is just they're doing the best they can with the knowledge that they have at the time. So, it's like it's a little bit of, like, just trying to accept, like, "Hey, he wasn't the best parent. He was a little bit selfish." But also, listening to his life, Jesus Christ, the stuff my dad has talked about his life was absolute fucking insanity. And like, he never dealt with any of his stuff either. My father also needs years and years of therapy. He just never did it. So, it's wild to think about that with parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they're shit parents like that, but
That's
you
a
want to
whole
see your
different
parents as
ballgame.
perfect. Yeah, but you want to see your parents as perfect. You do. Deranged lunatic. There's some super chats coming. I gotta thank some people. Y'all, we're 49 away. For Pete's sake. For Pete's sake. Deranged lunatic for 2 says, Zia, have you ever pulled a beeper out of your box? How did you know? That's my grand finale on the spicy site, deranged lunatic. And then we got a one from Mr. Russell Hall. He said, I usually leave in the middle of the night too. If anything, that just makes the situation creepier. Russell, is that you're leaving in the middle of the night and it's your wife and, and she wakes up and just, where the fuck did he go? And then Frank with a 31 to make things evil and they immediately got make things even and they immediately got uneven again. I said to make them evil. Jesus, I'm saying words so badly. Franklin said for 31, Franklin, thank you so much. He said, I'm sorry, Nick, yet I cannot promise there won't be more raccoons in the future.
Yay!
Yes, don't ever make that promise. Franklin, thank you so much.
We
So
need
many
more raccoons. A lot, especially puppets. We need raccoon puppets. It's gonna be a whole Muppetry, and you will.
You're going to come back to a stream and it's not going to be me sitting here anymore. It's going to be one of those little, like, what are they called? The little puppet stages, with the curtain.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be that. And then I'm going to have my own
theater stage or whatever.
My little raccoon theater. Yes, exactly. It's going to be the raccoon theater. And that's what's going to be the streams from now on.
We need to get you a raccoon mask.
Oh my God.
And then you can put that on when you do get to bikini.
I have raccoon bikinis. I have raccoon slippers. I have raccoon socks. I have now a raccoon puppet. I have my
Yes.
raccoon plushies. And yes, a raccoon mask would absolutely. This is frankly, this is very practical. It is very practical.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, how is it impractical?
Exactly.
It's a raccoon puppet. Hello.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Nick, I opened it up and Nick was like, "Oh no."
Where's the fun? Come on.
Raccoon puppet and Gollum mask. I know it was so funny. One time when I put on all of the raccoon stuff and I walked out and I showed Nick, he looked at me and he's like, "I didn't realize it was this much."
Well.
Oh my God. Yes, it is. And then
Here we are.
Slosher. Yep. Hello, you can.
Oh.
He talks. Oh my God, we gotta name him too. Slosher with an orange boy. He said, "Hey, pretty ladies, Slosher, thank you so much, and hi, Mr. Slosher." That's now with an orange boy from Slosher. We're at 171. We're 29 away. I was gonna try to wait, but I can't. I have to pee so bad, and I have to grab my chapstick. I will be back in 2 shakes of a leg. 2 shakes of a box, and I'll be right back.
2 shakes of some titties.
2 shakes of them titties. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going pee.
Just go pee right there.
Pee break.
Just pee on the chair. Just pee on the chair. Hey, everyone. Now that she's gone, I guess I have to entertain you by myself. Hello. If you don't know who I am, my name is Courtney. You should subscribe to my channel. You can find me just searching Courtney Brooke, and you can follow me on Twitter as well. My handle was that Courtney. I don't know why I always feel I need to do this when I say it, but I do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, I like to do a bunch of live streams throughout the week. And it's just a nice little ADHD variety show over there. Sometimes we hula hoop. Sometimes we talk about whatever's trending on Twitter. Sometimes we watch body cam videos. It's a lot of fun. Oh, and we also fat shame. Yeah, if you don't remember Dank DeMoss, she tried to sue Lyft for not being able, because she couldn't fit into a car. And the driver tried to drive away. Remember all that drama? We talked about her a lot for like a whole week. But yeah, so we like to shame the people that are like her. Am I still doing karaoke? No, because you know what? Those streams always get demonetized. There's always an issue with that stuff. Like just last night's stream got demonetized because we watched part of a documentary about George Bush throwing the first pitch at a baseball game.
Oh my God, YouTube's so annoying.
It's just awful. Like, and I mean, granted, I should have really been paying attention because I was like, oh, I just wanted to watch like this clip from this thing. And like, I was stopping it and like, making commentary and stuff, but it was a video from a YouTube channel. So I just thought like, I wasn't even thinking about it, but
no, that's ridiculous. And especially because if you're watching and reacting to something and you're talking over it, come on.
Yeah.
That's it. To me, that's enough of a transformation. Ashley did a thing. I got a shop pink heart. We reached the goal because Ashley was like, I will not be sniped. And she wasn't sniped. Ashley, you did it. I got a shop pink heart. Thank you so much. And Slosher and Frank and K-Max. What is this? How many bikini streams in a row is this now? What are we at? 207?
Yeah, who's keeping track of it?
Because backhand, thankfully, because otherwise I would never. I'd be like, where are we? Where are we? Who is this?
Somebody, please keep track. We don't.
My brain ain't gonna work. Oh my God,
I wouldn't be able to keep track.
No way.
Exciting.
Okay, all right. Still feeling like a real chonks.
Oh, girl. That's the story of my life. Oh, geez. I'm punching my microphone over it.
Oh. But you know what? Here's the problem. It's the cheese. It's the cheese, you know?
It's always the cheese.
Always the cheese. How you give up cheese?
You don't. You just remain on the chonk, in the chonk lifestyle, you know?
On the chonk train, you know?
Yeah. On the chonk train.
It goes chonk chonk. Chugga 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 chonk chonk. Oh no.
That's me.
Oh my gosh. This one's actually wow. This one makes me feel good. I'm gonna wear this one.
We like it when you feel good. Yeah, wear the one that makes you feel the best.
I like the other one. I love both. I like absolutely adore both of them. But I gotta wear. Okay, I gotta take my headphone off. How do I get this on? That's the question.
How do you get it on? Well, that's gonna be hard. I can't do that from over here. But
wait a second. That's upside down. How do I do this? How does this work?
I don't know. Flip it around. Does it go this way?
Is this on the bottom?
I don't even think she can hear me now that I think about it.
Oh no.
That's all right.
I wish everyone could see this. I don't know how to put this on. How do I make this go? Okay, be right back.
Oh, Lounge Zinger. Okay, share your theory of legal DUI, horse and buggies. I think if you get hammered and you have a horse and it takes you around town, you're just hanging out in the buggy, you shouldn't get a DUI for that. The horse can be trained well enough to just get you home, and it as long as it's just following the rules of the road, I don't see the issue. Okay, I think that your horse should be able to just scoot you home if you're getting hammered at the bar. Now, if it you know, what is it, commits a traffic violation, then yeah, I think you should maybe get the traffic violation, right? Like it runs a red light or something like that. But that doesn't mean you get a DUI, because you're still trying to safely get home and not drive drunk, right? It's the same thing if you have a bunch of huskies and you live in Alaska and you have a sled, all right? I think that you should be able to just let your huskies scoot you around town when you're hammered and you don't get a DUI. Because the huskies are sober. The horse is sober. It's just you aren't, and you're trying to not cause an accident. You're trying to just safely get home. Courtney, are you from the Midwest? No, I am not. I am from the Pacific Northwest. And I just, if you have a sober animal taking you home, I just don't see the problem. And I don't see why you should get a DUI for that. Like if you take a driverless car, okay, like a Waymo, and you take that home and it commits a traffic violation, or do you get a DUI for that? You shouldn't, because if you're taking the Waymo to try and get home.
What's really a Waymo?
It's a driverless car.
Oh, ooh. No. I was trying to put the raccoon kini on, but I couldn't figure out how to wear it. So I had to put the top on. So I was trying for a while, and then the bottom was a little bit in danger of the gumbo pot coming out. Oh. So I was like, you know what? We're going to save this, A, for the spicy site, and B, after I figure out how to put it on. But
maybe that'll be part of the spicy site, is that you can just try and put it on the spicy site.
Exactly. It'll just
and
be
then
a video or a stream of me
chat,
trying to put it on.
You could do a live stream trying to put it on, then chat can try and help you figure out how to put it on.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea.
Look at me. I'm an ideas gal. Girl, I'm about to make you so much money this year. 2025 is your year. I'm just gonna funnel ideas left and right at you.
And then we can get the raccoon sanctuary.
Yes.
And I can have a house full of raccoons.
Yes.
That's where the first Ashley said I could definitely help. Also, Ashley, thank you so much. And hi, everyone.
Ooh.
I do really love this bikini. Like, I'm a little low-key obsessed with this bikini. It's very cute. It is very cute. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. Hi, seniors. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's what I need. If I was a Disney princess, I would have raccoons help me get dressed. That is exactly.
Oh.
I would be the little raccoon one. Yeah, the raccoon Disney princess.
We're gonna write some Xia Disney princess fan fiction now. Her in the woods with her raccoons. Oh,
yes.
This is gonna make us so much money. You guys, we're gonna be billionaires by the end of the year.
Billionaires.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Literal billions. We'll have lots of raccoons and so much cheese.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of cheese, it's gonna be insane. I think I'm fat now. Whoa.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. If I had unlimited access to unlimited cheese and like unlimited fucking cake and stuff, like that'd be bad.
Oh, yeah, I would be dangerous. I don't want to think about it. Like, I'm getting sick just thinking about how much I would eat because I would eat myself sick.
I just want some food.
I cannot control myself. I am a middle-aged woman who has no idea how to control her eating habits.
Honestly, same. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I am losing weight. One day I'll shut up about this, but today is not that day because I am torn between being super frustrated by it and then also just not. Ashley, I saw what you said. Ashley said, I didn't think I would ever eat again after seeing everyone in the hotel the last 3 days because there was a bodybuilding competition there.
Oh, man.
That's like a whole other level though. That's too much.
It's to the point too where I'm like, I don't even understand how this is like, what competitions are these bodies winning? Because to me, it just seems like, I mean, I guess it's showcasing like how much hard work you put into like building those muscles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, it's just, to me, it's just not aesthetically pleasing. Maybe it's because I'm so used to, dad bods. I don't know what a nice body is.
Like, it's not even just dad bods though. It's just like normal body. You know what I mean? Like that look is.
Well, dudes who are like jacked and are in the gym all the time, like they don't look like people in bodybuilding competitions, right?
No.
And those guys, it's like, man, that is like fucking an ice sculpture. Holy shit, right? So they're like, and even that sometimes is like can be overwhelming because I can tell this person's very dedicated to their fitness and like their health. And maybe it is also aesthetics, but like they're clearly like this. And then I'm like, oh, well, I walk my dogs and I eat cheese.
Look, I love fitness too. Like I do. I really enjoy working out and I like fitness and I like to eat healthy foods and all of that stuff. But for me, it's more about enhancing my life. So I'm spending 3 to 4 hours in the gym a week tops. Like my whole life isn't the gym. I don't want it to be the gym. I want to be able to do other stuff and I want to be healthy enough to do those other things. So It's like, you know what I mean? Like yeah, those guys are in the gym all the time, but it's like, okay, what are you doing outside of that? Is that like an everyday thing for you? Is that the only thing that you do? And sometimes it takes up your entire life too. Yeah. Like it's, if you're that, like, I remember what it was like for because my dad did, as Frank said, bodybuilding is in my DNA because my dad was a bodybuilder. And I remember him preparing for those shows. It's fucking miserable. He was eating like fucking chicken, like baked chicken and boiled plain potatoes out of a plastic bag, out of a Ziploc bag in his like random times during the day. And he's like starving. And then honestly, it's kind of unhealthy. And actually, I agree with you. Some of the women are so gorgeous and it's like amazing. And I do think that it is impressive that they have the dedication to get there. I just don't think that that's a realistic body to have all the time. or
Yeah.
something that is like you would want to aspire to having all the time. But yeah,
Yeah.
and then afterwards he would just go on these insane binges where he would
Whew.
eat thousands and thousands of calories for weeks afterwards because it's like finally you can eat all this stuff. I just don't know if it's a great way of.
I've never heard anybody talk about their experience in those competitions, and none of it ever sounded healthy.
No.
Like, because I remember thinking like, oh, I wonder if I were to not even enter a competition, but maybe like train like I'm going to be in a competition. Maybe I can learn some things on like, certain exercises and like meal planning and all that stuff that can get me like to like change my aesthetics and all this stuff. And all I ever found out from all this was no, you don't actually learn anything that's useful for like at your daily habits.
No.
All you really do is you torture yourself for a few months, and then you do the opposite, but also torturing yourself where you become you just binge eat a bunch of junk food, and you are become really sedentary because you're friggin' exhausted from working out 5 hours a day or whatever. Like, I was like, okay, well, so there's nothing about this that really makes any sense other than you can get some like bragging rights because people voted for you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like that's kind of
people
the
vote for
whole
me all the
thing.
time when they ask me if they can have sex with me. So I feel like I'll just take that.
Also, that's the other thing too. I am just never, ever, ever willing to give up. For me, I'm just never ever willing to give up like a slice of cake. Like I go on cuts and I do and cuts. I have dark chocolate every day. I find a way to work it into my calories. I don't give a like I find a way to have something that I want every single day. Lately
Oh
it's
yeah.
been these little Unreal dark chocolate peanut butter cups. They're fucking delicious. I have one every day, usually after dinner. Sometimes I have it after lunch. And that's like still me in like a cutting phase. So like I do, I do have enough balance where I don't let myself overeat on junk food all the time. Because if I did, I would feel sick. I'd feel like shit. I'd put on weight. And I don't like putting on weight. I'm not a huge fan of that. But also I just want to be like a normal human being. And I'm going out to dinner on my husband's birthday and I'm gonna like have cake. I'm gonna make a cake. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not like I remember Ronda Rousey talking about that once when she was cutting weight. Um, and and this is for a fight. So this is a little bit different. This is a different scenario because this is for something. She's getting paid, it's her career. I understand. But what is this? I'm seeing all kinds of stuff in chat right now. I'm like, what's happening in chat? All of you wonderful humans. I don't want to see anyone getting their heart ripped out. None of that. There will be none of
No.
that. Oh, Frank. Healer, I am not moving this at all because otherwise things are going to come out. He got a Frank, please. Frank. And RJP just says, and Courtney, you're both so perfect. Also, Ashley, I'm sorry that you had. Yes, thank you. Sorry. See, my ADHD. I'm like trying to read 8 things at once. Thank you so much, RJP. What were we talking about?
Ronda Rousey was cutting weight.
Oh, yeah, she was cutting weight for a fight. And she was like, I was out to dinner with whoever it was at the time. And she's like, I had the raspberry. My treat was I had the raspberries off the dessert they got. And I was like, that's fucking sad, man.
Oh, dude, I used to date this guy who was doing mixed martial arts, and I went to one of his grappling tournaments. And afterwards, like a group of us all went out to dinner. I don't know why I needed to point in that first part now that I think about it. Anyway, so we all wanted to go eat.
It's part of the story, yes.
Yeah, this is the day I remember. And one of the friends, though, she was on some juicing fast.
Ugh.
So this was, like what, 2010 or 2011 or whatever, when those things were like
right.
really big. Yeah. And so she sat there and watched all of us just devour like burgers and fries and like sandwiches and freaking whatever else, right? Chicken strips and you name it. And she was like texting her husband the whole time. I don't know, she didn't want to say any of it out loud, but she was like, I am in absolute hell right now. This is the most torture I've ever been through in my life. And he's like, just order something. And she was like, no, I'm going to make it through this. And I was like, you would not catch me. Mm-mm. No. The second I get a hunger pang, if there's food around, all right.
Give me that food.
Everything on the left side of the menu, please. Thank you. Both sides. Yeah, and just
see, I think that's what I'm struggling with this time around. I don't know if it's that or if it's that Healer, I literally was just talking to chat and interrupting my guest to talk to chat. I'm sorry, Courtney.
But Healer, should I leave? Were you in the middle of something with Zia? Do you want me to go?
God damn it, Healer. See, I just got distracted again. I may as well. We got another golden shower boy.
Ooh.
I'll get into my story after this if I remember what it was. From R. This just says R. I don't know if this is RJP or a different R. It's a golden shower boy. It says Mike Hoochie's Harry. Yay!
Why did he want you to say that out loud?
I don't know, but I like it.
I feel like he wants you to be like, no, it's not. Let me prove it. We can't do that here, R.
We can't do that here. We can't do it. Not me, but I wish it was. We can't do it. Well, R, thank you very much. Thank you so much for the golden shower boy.
Oh, was it Reese?
Oh, it was Reese. Of course it was.
Okay. All right.
But you know what? I think I said it enough that YouTube didn't pick it up. I think I didn't say
you spaced
Harry.
it out.
I
just
said Mike Hoochie's Harry. Right? Reese, thank you. Oh, that's great. That's good. And then we got another golden shower boy from K-Max. Oh my God, K-Max, thank Nick for that. Nick is like spectacular at combing through Google and social media and picking out good pictures of guests. Like he makes the thumbnails. He's really good at it. And then he does his little magic to upscale the picture and make it look nice and shiny for the thumbnail. He put in 30 minutes today on that thumbnail, which is, I know, kind of a long time for a thumbnail.
Okay. Okay.
Right? I was like, and they're working on some stuff. Golden shower boy from Mr. K-Max. It's really funny when it's that would have been good for the twat robot lady, Ashley. Damn it.
Dang it.
Oh, that would have been funny. We got to try that again, maybe, if someone wants to, with robot lady. It's extra funny when we have a girl who does a lot of prawn on and does like spicy content, because when he goes to like Healer, I swear to God, I'm getting kicked off my own stream. Do you see this?
Wow.
Do you see what I put up with? Do you see what I put up with? Getting kicked off my own stream.
Jesus.
God damn. Hi, Kyle. It's because he's like trying to find photos, and all it is just like naked, spread open, like getting, rammed photos. And he's like, this is not useful. None of this is useful.
It was terrible to research.
It's so funny because he's in here looking at these beautiful naked ladies, and he's like, I can't do anything with these. And he's all frustrated.
Now is not the time. I'll come back to this later.
It's so funny. It is. Yeah, he's like, this is not helping me right now. Yeah, those photos are so terrible. K-Max with
rough
another
in these streets.
K-Max, thank you so much. We're 80 away from Christmas card. Courtney and Zia, to decide what is the sexier accent to try yourself, the Ukrainian one or a Russian one. And your thoughts of Trump and Zelensky today. Should we just pick the country with the sexier people? K-Max, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I thought that a Russian and Ukrainian accent to me sound exactly the same. And I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying that, I'm sure. I don't detect a difference. So
I don't know. I'm American, right?
Yeah. They sound the same.
I don't even know. There's a lot that I don't know, actually. But here's the thing. I didn't know that there was, I had no idea there was a difference in accent there. Um, there are a lot of accents there. Like, honestly, I feel like though there's like only a difference between like Spanish, French, Russian, and Italian. Oh, and Indian, of course. Um, those the burkas and the burkas.
Oh, this sounds so racist.
Oh, my brother asked me the other day.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh, how'd your stream go?" And I was like, "It was fine. I think I'm really racist." He was like, "What?" I'm like, "For some reason, I have an obsession with videos of black people talking and smoke alarms chirping in the background." Oops.
Honestly, I was talking about this recently with my sister about how, like, thank Christ nothing that we did as kids or like teenagers and stuff was recorded, because I would have been, not that I really give that much of a shit. I said hello on stream plenty of times and like done dumb mocky. Like, I don't go hard on it, but to me, it's just like, it's a bit of a giggle. Like, I don't care if someone makes fun of the way a white girl talks, like, oh my God. And then Starbucks and they're ugly. Like, I don't know. Just to me, is you just make fun of shit. Like, I really don't think it's a big deal at all. But I would have been canceled like 1,000 times over along with all of my friends, because dude, we did straight on full like super Asian-y accents, like, oh, we make food for you so fast. And then we would do like whole things for like so long. And just knowing. And we would just, I don't know why we thought it was the funniest thing ever, but like, holy shit, none of it was recorded. And it's probably a good thing. People would have been like, this racist bitch.
And it's just so stupid because, like, but why can't we all just make fun of each other?
Yeah, it's funny. It's just laughing. Like, I don't know.
Let's just make fun of each other. It's fine. You can make fun of me for being a white basic bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
And I can make fun of you for not being able to drive or
literally exactly. People make fun of women drivers all the time. And boy, let me tell you, sometimes I'm out there on the road and a girl will do something stupid and I'm like, you are not helping us, lady. That was terrible.
It's true.
Actually.
Is it racist if it's a fact? I mean, for real. Yeah, the smoke detector chirping is pretty accurate in real life too, not just in videos. I know. Well,
See,
like there was
I've not
one
heard of this one. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the smoke detector chirping?
Yeah, I've not heard of this. What is this? What is this stereotype that I've never heard of?
So apparently, I don't know what this is like in the black community, but apparently there's a lot of black people think that if they hear their smoke detector chirping, that means it's working. And so there are videos out there where they'll be talking. Like there was this one guy who he didn't live with his mom, and his mom lived on like the 8th floor or something like that in these apartments, and the apartments were on fire and she was disabled. So there's a video of him climbing the building to try and save her. And so you're thinking like, oh my God, this is an incredible story. This man was trying to save his mother in this fire, and like they ended up like then they ended up having to like get him down and like all this stuff. It was kind of crazy. But then they interviewed him at his house and he's like, my mom's disabled and I didn't even care if I was going to get arrested or anything. All I wanted to do was save my mom. Chirp. And I was just really worried about her and her safety. I didn't even care about my own safety. Chirp. Why are they in his house listening to the smoke alarm battery chirping? No,
well, this is all right. Now, Reese is saying this is not true, and Reese is black. Because I was like, is there anyone black in the chat? Because I knew Reese was here. Jesus Christ, Rod. Also, I was like, is Rod here? I need to ask because I've literally never heard of this before.
This account blocked me on Twitter for some reason. I don't know. Apparently, they know who I am. I don't know. It was something, but because I found them during a stream. Mm-hmm. I originally was trying to see if the term ceiling bird caught on because it was something that Chrissy made up and I thought it was really funny. And so and Tree of Logic also thought it was freaking hilarious. I was like, has this caught on? So I was searching for it on Twitter, and it turns out to be there's an account called Ceiling Birds. And I was like, oh, this has to be a Marionator. This has to be a Christy Mayer person because she came up with it.
Tree
And
of
so we were
Logic is
watching all
great.
oh my God, I love her. I freaking love
She's really cool.
Oh man. My favorite is that like Chrissy rated her streams a couple of times, and when every time that the chat would go and like get in there, they would all ceiling birds. And one time they didn't do that, and the next time she was on Simpcast, she was like, "Hey, last time y'all rated my stream, you didn't say ceiling birds. I didn't know it was you. You have to say ceiling bird."
That's so funny.
Oh, she's so funny. I love her. But so when I was searching for it on Twitter, I found this account called Ceiling Birds, and it's clip after clip after clip. Do you Dank DeMoss, the big fat lady that sued or tried to sue Lyft because the Lyft driver,
yeah, that
she
rapper
was
chick.
she went on a rant in her apartment, and
About
wouldn't you know it, about the whole like the whole Lyft driver thing. She was like doing, I think, an Instagram live or something like that,
mhm.
and as she's going off about, I support big people. I blah, 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 blah. And he should have known because it was cold outside. You chirp, chirp in the background. It's just, it's like, it's a thing.
Interesting.
I'm not saying it's all, I'm not saying it's every single.
Everyone. Right. But it's enough of a stereotype.
I don't know exactly what these other deciding factors are, if it's something like in like more poor communities or if it like what it is, but I was trying to think, I'm like, how do you sleep through that? And like, how do you not want to change it knowing that like it's supposed to detect a fire if your house catches on fire?
Yeah, no,
And
like that's I thought that was just, when it chirps, you're like, oh shit, I gotta change the battery.
yeah, and
Huh.
apparently they can sleep
heard
through it. I can't sleep through it. I've had a smoke
No.
battery go every
Drives me
time a
nuts.
smoke detector battery has died in my presence, it was always when I was sleeping, and it woke me the hell up. It is not, it's not something you can sleep through. So I don't know how you can do it. I don't know how a person can do that, but apparently now, again, I don't know if this is every single person who leaves their smoke detector chirping, but there's a group of people who believe that that means that it's working.
Wow. I literally learned some random new thing about like mainland life. And still, I've been living here for 11 years and I still will learn something where I'm like, yep, never fucking knew.
There's another one. One of my favorites was one of the guys that was an IRS employee who got fired and was complaining to some media outlet. I don't remember who, but again, interview in his home. And as he's crying about how he lost his job, which boo hoo, you're an IRS employee. You think anybody has empathy for you?
Yeah, it's hard to cry as an IRS employee. Everyone hates them. Like that's not
like
even
we're good riddance. But again, smoke detector chirping in the background.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look into this. This is I've literally never heard of this.
If you look up Ceiling Birds, again, they blocked me, so I'm not like promoting them, but they do have a ton of clips that you can watch.
Hilarious. Slasher said he had a nice house too. Reese said if it chirps too much, I throw it out the window and buy a new one. He's like, get rid of this fucking piece of shit.
You can just get the $8 battery or whatever. You don't have to do all the theatrics of it. Just get a battery.
Wow, that's so. And Ashley just said too. I try to educate. It's definitely not all, but multiple buildings, houses I go to in a day. I tell them to tell the landlord to come change the battery.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's it's really crazy to think like I just don't know where the line of thinking comes from because I don't know how far and wide this has spread, but there are people that say they think that means it's working. And I'm like, that's crazy because I was in elementary school and we had somebody come in. I don't even know if they're from the fire department or what, but they gave us a whole breakdown about fire safety and everything. And they had this manufactured home set up in the parking lot that had like fake smoke in it. And so we had to go and crawl through it. And the person in the front had to tell everybody else behind, like, okay, here, there's a thing, a drop here in the floor. So be careful. Oh, you have to turn here because you might run into this and da, 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 da. And then as they were communicating, the next person would have to tell the person behind them like what they were doing all throughout the house to like crawl through and get through this fake fire. And
Wow. That's
yeah, it
such
was
a good school. My school didn't do anything like that. We had to stand outside sometimes in a line for fire drills.
yeah, you like they're very simple in a lot of schools. And that was to me, I'm like, man, that's a great way to like get out of working for the day as the teacher. Like, yeah, we'll just have this expert come in. I'll just pick up my feet or whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, really it's great. I think like that's very creative and just a great way to, but we also learned about the freaking smoke detectors and how you have to change the freaking batteries. And of course, I come home from school that day. Mom, do you have any 9-volt batteries? I gotta change the smoke detector, right?
Mom, I learned a thing. Let's go.
Yeah, like so kids get all hyped up because they learned something, and it's not even something cool or fun or exciting, but they're hyped up because they learned a thing, and so now they want to put it into practice.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
nice.
just really upsetting to think like that was something. And I grew up in a very small town and like a not a rich neighborhood, not a poor neighborhood, but not like definitely
Super upper
not.
class.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like probably middle, lower, like lower middle class-ish, and I mean, it was we had stuff like that. So it's upsetting to think like some of these schools are getting so much funding and it's not going towards something as simple as that.
Oh yeah, no, we did not have that. We did have, and Healer did point out that I grew up in the ghetto. I do have to point out, like, I feel like I have to explain to people sometimes that Hawaii is ghetto as fuck. Like, you think it's this beautiful paradise, and it is, and it's a beautiful place, and it's beautiful to grow up. But holy shit, it's hilariously like just a very tropical ghetto. It cracks me up. And
It's a beautiful place to be poor,
it's a beautiful place to be poor, and I did not realize that either until I moved away, and I was like, "Ew." Like, I got to certain neighborhoods in the mainland, and I was like, everyone here is super rich and super white. Like, you're just
Yeah,
not used to
there's a
it.
lot of those.
It's Alabama with palm trees, absolutely. But also, Mr. Nobody with Golden Shower Boy. Mr. Nobody, thank you so very much. He said, been a bit, but just wanted to say that you're too good at this. Mr. Nobody, thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you. Push Up says, I've been to Hawaii. The Big Island is pretty ghetto. That's the island I'm from.
So Saved by the Bell lied to me, huh?
Yeah, I never saw it, but anywhere that sells you that it's like, and that's not to say there aren't rich people on the island, because they are, but they're all tucked away and it's their summer houses. The people that like live there. I was on food stamps for like a lot of my life. Like, there were
Yeah.
definitely like when my dad started getting good at growing the ganj, so we obviously got off it. But when we were little, we were on food stamps, and then when I grew up and moved out on my own, I was also on food stamps. So like, it's just, but it was normal. Everyone was. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's not everything it's cracked up to be, everybody.
It's
I mean,
not
like,
great.
you've got your touristy spots that,
Mhm.
that
Slosher
look
bringing up.
appealing, but
Sorry. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Like, do not get me wrong. I love my home and there's so much I miss about it, but it's a poor place. Slosher said the newspaper TP. I forgot about that story. That wasn't because we were poor though. That was because my dad just kept forgetting to buy toilet paper. So we would use the newspaper. But I don't know if anyone knows this, that the black, and I've used the funny sections, when you wipe that on something wet, holy fuck, that rubs off. That is not, it comes off everywhere. I do not recommend it.
oops.
My dad also has horrendous ADHD. So there were periods of times where he would just fucking forget to buy deodorant, that too, toilet paper and my sister and I would just be like, well, there's newspaper in here. So
That's gonna cause a few toilet problems down the road. Yeah.
it's not great.
Dad,
Oh,
please.
so funny. Please remember to buy toilet paper.
Oh man.
God.
Yeah, once I'm down to one roll, I start panicking. And I know it's gonna last me like roughly a week, but I'm still like, oh God, if I don't go to the store,
I gotta go right now. See, that's how I am too, because same, I know, but one roll will not last me that long because I pee so much. I pee a
Yeah.
lot.
I know that is one thing. Sometimes I'll even like try to lower my water intake. Like, okay, I don't want to pee that much this time because I don't want to have to use too much toilet paper because I really don't want to go to the store. I also have like a sprayer thing, like so not a
Ooh.
fancy bidet, but like a little handheld kind of thing. And so
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just kind of like I'll spritz myself and then just sit there for a minute. I'm like, yeah, because if this gets wet and then it dries, you're not going to smell anything because it's not the pee anymore. It's
It's just
just
water.
yeah.
Oh my
And
god,
if
that's so smart.
I'm wearing black leggings, it's not gonna look like I peed, so I'll be fine.
Oh my god, that's genius. And then
Yeah.
you could couple that with Frank. You need a blow dryer, just spritz it with water and then get a little blow dryer down there. And just
Easy. And those things are like really affordable. Like I got mine for like $25 or something like that off of Amazon.
Okay, I'm gonna look into this because that's really
Yeah.
helpful for someone who pees a lot. I don't want to use so much toilet paper. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, girls don't poop, but like when
We don't
Nick
poop.
poops,
No, when exactly. Yes.
he's going to use little to no toilet paper for his pooping too, because he'll just spray his butt down.
See, we are really everyone talks about bidets too and how amazing they are, and it's hard for me to picture how good it is because I've never used a bidet, but
Yeah.
I'm so curious for the experience because every single person who's used one that's good is like a lifelong convert. They're like, bidets are the most amazing things. I got one for my house. Like, yeah, they're awesome. That people already like I really, really want to try one because they must be great. And it does seem like what we're doing is silly. We're flushing God only knows how much toilet paper, and nothing's really getting clean down there. You know what I mean? Like, it's
It's
not,
great. It's great for like finishing yourself off.
yeah.
But it's not you
Just take a shower after every poop. What if you have to poop after the shower? What if you take a shower and you get out and you have to poop? I feel like that ruins the whole shower.
Yeah, no, you need to have your coffee first thing in the morning and don't take a shower until you've had your after coffee ceremony, if you will.
After coffee ceremony, yes. Dude, I don't want to never, damn it. I want to tell this story, but I don't because it's my sister. All right, I'm telling it. I'll tell her I told it.
You should have just pretended that it was you.
I should have pretended that it was me. I done messed up. But I was talking to my sister on the phone. She's like, okay, Zizi, I really have to go. She's like, I just finished my coffee and I gotta go take care of things. I was like, Zizi. Yeah. But it's like it's just straight up poop juice.
Coffee's kicking in.
Coffee is poop juice. Like it's
Yeah.
not
It's great for getting things going,
it's great for getting things going. Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody with another golden shower boy. Mr. Nobody, thank you so much. We're 240, by the way. We're 60 away from Cat Cow. Your guest doesn't wipe. She's got a spray bottle.
A spray bottle. No,
Or not a spray bottle. It's a spray. All right. That's what I was picturing.
It's like an attachment to the toilet.
Okay.
And
This makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I was picturing you with a spray bottle going.
It's like a hose that comes out of the wall and you like,
Okay.
yeah, it's
That to me is actually better than wiping. I just got to see it, please.
well. You guys, healers over here. I don't care. Courtney's so awesome with her poopy butt. No, you spray it and you clean it and it cleans. And then you just wipe to dry everything off. And then that's so you confirm that it's all cleaned up.
That's a great, because yeah, you do. You wipe afterwards. And Sasha has a good question. Is it warm? Because that's very important.
That's the thing. This one's the less expensive one. So it's the cold water. You gotta.
That's
the days that you have like the warming option.
See, that's nice.
Yeah, I've never used an actual bidet. So I don't know. I don't know if they're like, I don't know how functional they are. Maybe I need to get a bidet for the other toilet.
Supposedly, they're the greatest thing ever. I've literally never talked to a single person that got one who didn't like it. Like, when X-Ray Girl was at my house, she was going on and on about, or not on and on, but like when the topic was brought up, not that she came over and was just like, my bidet is the best thing ever, but like we were, anytime the topic came up, we were talking about leaks in the bathroom, and she was talking about how redoing her bathroom, and she got a bidet, and she's like, yeah, I'll never go back. Everyone who gets it will never go back. I think we need to,
I'm
Daniel.
surprised more people didn't get any of these things during 2020, because like that for me, I mean, I never had an issue with like running out of toilet paper at the grocery stores or anything, but I was like, well, I'm going to be prepared in case we have to, start making things last a little longer or whatever.
Yeah, because you don't want to end up in another COVID situation where you have to go out. If you have a bidet, it doesn't fucking matter if the toilet paper is sold out. Let those idiots fight over it. You got a bidet,
Have a bidet.
right? What about a bonite or something? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What?
It was a horrible chip joke. It was a really bad chip joke. So
I'm like, does she have Tourette's?
I have Tourette's. What about a bonite? So here, Frank, this is exactly what I was thinking. You said, doesn't cold water pucker up the starfish and prevent deep cleaning? So I was thinking that if it was cold water, my butt cheeks would clench and it wouldn't work because I'd be like, like I just feel like there would be some butt cheek clenching.
We grab one cheek and then you
grab
use the other
hold it
hand
open with
to
one. Smart. We got a $2 schmumble rant from Deranged Lunatic. Thank you, Deranged. He said Courtney is so cheap she's been reusing Windex bottles for years. Stop it.
Yeah, I didn't even buy a special spray bottle for it. I just reused my Windex bottle.
Look, if you rinse it out real good, it's fine. It's fine.
What else? What's a little Windex on the booty,
Yeah, it's extra cleaning. That's what I used to clean my counters with. We never did answer K-Mac's question either. I'm sorry, I just realized this, K-Max. I'm so sorry. So thoughts of Trump and Zelensky today. Should we pick the country with the sexier people? Yes, we should. That's exactly what we should do. No, I don't see why we're involved and why we've been giving them money anyway. Like, it's just the whole thing is, if they don't want to sign a peace treaty, don't sign a peace treaty. I get, like, it stopped, or a ceasefire. It wasn't a peace treaty. I guess it was a ceasefire, but this whole weird thing where we have to have our hands in everything and be involved. And like, I applaud Trump for trying to stop the war because it's just getting fucking ridiculous. But also, we shouldn't be giving that country $350 million. If he wants to keep fighting, I guess. But we shouldn't be funding it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's not our war to be a part of.
No.
So, I mean, if anything, I side with Russia.
Yeah. I don't really side with anyone, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's still,
I don't side with anyone either, really. But like, if I have to, rooting for Putin,
just be done with it. This is
at the end of the day, like, I don't really care about them. They don't care about me. So handle it yourselves.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm sorry, it was 350 billion. Like, it's what the actual fuck are we doing? Why are we giving them money? This is so stupid. We got another golden shower boy from Mr. Nobody. Thank you so much, Mr. Nobody. He said not wiping sounds like a serial killer move.
No one said I don't wipe.
Mr. Nobody's like, dude, I don't get this, but I don't go back to this.
I never said that I don't wipe. You guys are making that part up. Okay?
Oh my God. No, it's Mr. Nobody. No, she just uses like a little sprayer thing. But you know what though? People with bidets don't wipe because they don't need to. It cleans everything out. So you're good.
That's what they think.
It's better.
You have to wipe to confirm.
Exactly. And then you wipe afterwards and you're like, oh, it's dry and it's clean. Boom. Done.
Yeah.
Done. So it's I love that Mr. Nobody's like, no, we have to talk
we
about
must
this.
we must
We have to
discuss
talk
this.
about this. He's like, I don't understand the not wiping. No, you do wipe. You just wipe afterwards. You wipe afterwards. Franklin. We got another orange boy from Franklin. Franklin, thank you so much. Holy shit. He said, when my butt gets dirty, my handlers hose off what my trunk can't get to. Oh my God. Frank, I swear to Jesus.
Frank, are you an elephant? This sounds like something an elephant would say.
Franklin, are you buying a whole bunch of peanuts?
Did an elephant hack your account?
Frank, please. Oh my God. You're not an elephant, Franklin. I swear to Jesus.
I think that might be an elephant.
You're like, I am also an elephant. I do eat a lot of nuts. Heyo. Yes, this conversation is considered butt stuff. So we officially hit butt stuff.
Woo! Butt stuff.
Okay. This is the butt stuff dance that we do. Okay. Hi, James Evans. Hi, Jay. Damn it. Now I just want nuts. We're going to get a Frank, please, really soon. We're going to get a Frank, please, really soon. I already know it. Look, I'm tired of being hungry. I don't want to be hungry anymore. I want to eat stuff.
Man, I hate being hungry.
Sucks. And like,
I do need some self-control, but
yeah, I'm not really having it so good anymore. So, look, Slasher brought this, being hungry reminded me of it. Slasher brought this up earlier. He said, I've got 1 pound to lose and I'm stressing out over it. I got 1 pound to lose before I do my reverse diet. But I'm still like 3 pounds from my pre-surgery weight and my goal weight. So like I'm being a bit of a stickler and I go back and forth with it until I see like a picture of me or a video of me that I've like, especially now because I'm shooting so much content and then I'm like going back through it and watching if I need to edit anything or cut anything or add any, or whatever it is that I need to do. So I'll like watch through all of it. And that's my problem, is that what I do for a living is my entire whole body.
yeah.
And then I find myself just critiquing it. And then I'll go look at stuff from like last year before and I get really upset and I need to maybe stop doing that. But I just get,
that would be torture for me.
It's the worst. It's only a few pounds, but I think that it's so noticeable.
Well, remember, you have huge gazongas. And so it is going to it's going to change like the way that you look in general. Like I remember my sister and I, before we actually hit puberty, we were talking about whether or not we wanted big boobs. And I was like, I want big boobs. And she was like, I don't know if I want big boobs because you're going to have to be at least like 5 to 10 pounds lighter than you like want to be, to like, cause you'll look fatter if you have bigger boobs. And I was like, I can't do that, but I don't want small boobs.
Yeah.
I want big boobs.
Big boobs.
And so like it is. It's just like you have gigantic gazongas now. So
they are big.
Yeah. So you're gonna feel like you overall are a bit bigger when you're not.
Triple T's. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just struggling with looking a little bit thicker. I don't know. I feel like you know where I feel like it is. It's right here, which apparently people like, but it's driving me crazy. Like I don't know what it is. You know what? I need to just get out of my fucking head about it. I need to do my stupid river. I need to just stop, and I have to watch my content, but I need to watch it from a more analytical place because not a more analytical place and not get hung up and then go back to my old photos and I'm like, I don't look anything like that anymore. No,
you don't. And it's a good thing, actually.
Yeah,
your gazongas were not nearly as big as they are now.
Yeah, they're better now. I do. You know what? That is true. That was a little bit of a hairball. We hit some friggin' cat cow. We have friggin' cat cow because we got Mr. Franklin over here with another 28. Says an elephant would have made the tips even last time. Oh my God, Franklin, I swear to Jeebus, you over here with your beautiful Casio doing God's work and you're still mad at yourself. Why you do, Franklin? Why you do? Franklin, thank you so much. We can't have this. Hi, chatting on the porch. She's in the chat.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Franklin.
generation.
And
And the crowd goes
the
wild.
crowd goes wild. It's beautiful. It's cat cow. We're gonna do cat cow.
It's my favorite part.
She's gonna make all of the noises. Hi, Courtney. Mr. Nobody with another golden shower boy after that too. He says that's what every serial killer says. Shit, Courtney, I think he's on to us. I mean, what? Thank you, Mr. Nobody.
I mean, listen, I study a lot of true crime.
Don't tell anyone. It's not.
I love Ted Kaczynski.
I don't know.
I don't think he's not. I wouldn't. Is he a serial? He's not. Well,
Did he?
he was
Oh,
the
I've
one
seen
that. Well, he was the one that sent all those bombs out. He was mad.
Does that kind of sounds like one?
Yeah, he was living in a cabin with no like plumbing or electricity in the middle of nowhere.
Unabomber.
He-
Yes. Okay. See,
yeah.
I always forget his real name. I just know him as the Unabomber.
Yeah, the Unabomber. Unabomber.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yep, that's right. He did go out. I mean, you know, I think does
His
that count as
brother, his brother ratted him out like a asshole.
bitch?
I hate it.
What
Let
a
him live his
snag.
life. Only 3 people died. Anyway,
Well, I don't know if that counts as a serial killer.
he had. I mean, I guess technically it was like a series of kills, which is like, but you know, a lot of it, the stuff he sent in the mail was really just like a confetti explosion. One of them had like, because on the confetti it said stuff like "it worked." Like, nope, no, it didn't. Nah, you're wrong.
It didn't work. It didn't work at all. Did you? You know, that's another thing that I remember hearing about in the news, but I never really looked into any of it. He's still in jail, right?
Oh,
go
he
ahead, sorry.
he died.
Oh, he died. Oh, see,
He died a
this is
few
how much I
years
pay
ago.
attention. Oh, recently then.
Yeah, it was gosh, what 2022, I believe. And
Wow.
yeah, Charles Manson died, I think 2017.
I remember that. I remember that.
That guy was a lunatic. Who? Oh yeah, and then Jeffrey Dahmer. He was killed in prison. Shortly after his after his sentence started.
That yeah.
Who else are the heavy hitters? Ted Bundy. He died in 87, I believe. He was executed. He was.
Geez, 87. Didn't realize Ted Bundy was that. I mean, yeah, I didn't realize he was that long ago. I guess it was the 70s, right? When he was doing his run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. When did they stop giving the electric chair?
He was given the electric chair? I thought lethal injection was already a thing. Well, I think it depends on what state. Because I do remember, when did they stop giving the electric chair? I thought it was earlier than that, but I actually don't remember lethal injection. What am I saying? Ted Bundy, I think, was electric chair. Was it? Okay. Did Ted? Let me scream that into my mic, everybody. Get the electric chair. Man, I'm gonna be on a list. Serial killer Ted Bundy dies in the electric chair in Florida.
Wow. That seems crazy. When did they get rid of the electric chair? When did that stop being a thing? Because they decided it was inhumane, but then it turns out that lethal injection is also terrible too. That's what I've been hearing. It's like it's also horribly inhumane. It doesn't always work, and it ends in like a very excruciatingly painful death.
There was one guy, I think was it Julius Jones that this happened with? That he was supposed to get lethal injection and in Oklahoma, and they had to actually commute his sentence because people weren't dying from it. They were just having like massive seizures and like major medical complications and stuff. So they actually had to commute his sentence.
Wow.
So I think I don't know if they necessarily it actually changed to life in prison. I think that they just like had to extend it or something. There was something weird happened there, but yeah, like people people weren't dying. And I'm like, this is weird. Okay, so we know how to do this. It's essentially the same thing we do to like have a pet put down. So I'm like, okay, so when my dog was cremated, was he like, I don't know, just having a seizure in the freaking crematorium? Like what?
That's like that makes me like that makes me terrified for pets now.
I mean, I gotta say though, like I know for a fact that like Boots was dead. Like I was there when
Yeah.
like I knew the difference between him like falling asleep
Right, right,
and
right.
I was like laying there petting him and I could tell
But is
the
it
difference in
painful
him
for
laying
them?
there. No, because the first it essentially just makes them think that they're tired and they fall asleep.
Oh,
And
okay.
then it shuts everything down. And
Oh,
yeah, like I could just there was a huge difference when like I was laying there petting him after she gave the like second injection. And I was like, he's still alive. And of course, being delusional, I'm like, I'm just gonna take him home. And then I could just his everything in his body was so different. I'm like, no, he died. He's dead. Um,
oh.
but I would
Kyle's
think
Go ahead,
what?
sorry. Oh, it's just Kyle said they use different chemicals for pets. I don't know if that's
Okay.
maybe there's like it's slightly different.
Well, maybe they need to use the same chemicals as they do for pets because it's as effective for the pet.
It's working, yeah, it's working better for the pets apparently.
We're giving people seizures. And see, that just makes me think that maybe Timothy McVeigh actually didn't die. Maybe he just had a freaking seizure. How come
Holy shit.
he's not dead? Waco siege was fake. The Oklahoma City bombing was planned.
See, but here's the thing. Look, some conspiracy theories are insane, right? Like flat earth. I'm sure there's plenty of other ones that are not real, but a lot of them are turning out to be true.
Oklahoma City bombing or the Oklahoma City building that was bombed in the 90s held the records for the Clintons Whitewater Company, where they were doing a ton of fraudulent shit.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm saying it's shit like that. It's just like, we can't trust any of them. They're so shady. It's
Remember
all
how the
so shady.
remember September 11th when the that plane apparently crashed into the Pentagon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it crashed into the accounting part of the Pentagon, right? Well, wouldn't you know it, on September 10th, 2001, Donald Rumsfeld announced that there was $2.3 trillion that the government just couldn't track. And then a plane crashed into the accounting building of the Pentagon the
That's
next day.
insane. Holy shit. See, it's just stuff like that where you hear it. And again, I don't like look into this stuff very heavily, but god
Yeah,
damn.
it's so crazy too. Like I thought I was over 9/11 and then one day I stumbled upon like somebody I already really liked all their videos anyway. And they had a video on 9/11 and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch this. I like they're a really good storyteller." And I got so emotional watching it. I was like, I'm so upset that this happened in my country. And so of course I went down this whole rabbit hole. And I discovered this stuff like on accident because I just wanted to watch a Mr. Ballin video.
That's so wild. That's so wild. Well, and a lot of it too, when this happens, the internet is not what it is today. So really it was just people like they could make a documentary or they would talk about it or whatever the thing was, but really everyone got their news from the TV. So it's like whatever TV told you, you believed because it's the news. Why would they lie to you, you know? I feel like we know so much better than that now. And it's not to say that everything is a conspiracy, but I don't know, man. A lot of things are just really,
Well, and
really.
it was so easy to blow people off because, like, you'd see something on TV and be like, "Oh my gosh," right? And then if somebody tried to say like, "Oh, that's a load of crap," it was so easy to be like, "Shut up, you're not the expert." Like, I remember the first time somebody was trying to tell me that they thought 9/11 was an inside job, I was like confused. I was like, "I don't even understand what any of this means."
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and it was just it took a long time for me to even like think that that was something that people were capable of, because like I don't do these things. This is not something. Osama bin Laden's just a nut job, and he hates us because we're white or something. I don't know, right? Like
Which,
just
I mean,
very
that's
simple.
also true, but yeah.
Yeah.
2 things can be true at the same time. They
Yes,
do
yes.
hate us because I don't know if necessarily white, but just, our whole
The Western lifestyle. Yeah.
hedonistic, Western lifestyle. They're like, you guys should be this would be, oh my God, this is like, you should be stoned in the streets.
Oh man, and if you look at like women in Iran in like the 70s, oh, smoke shows. They were so
I
beautiful.
know. And then the fucking revolution happened and everything went goddamn backwards to the freaking Stone Ages.
Like, why would you wanna take that away? They were so beautiful, so stylish. Like, what are we doing here?
I know. Isn't it insane? I remember seeing pictures of what Iran was like in the 70s and it blew my fucking mind. I was like, wait, what? I
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Oh,
wild.
Fright Club has something important to say. Don't forget about Cat Cow.
We can't forget about Cat Cow. We also have 2 more. Oh my goodness. We got from Saw, 5 from Mr. Saw. He said, since you missed me a bunch of times, hi Zia and Courtney. You're not fat
Oops.
and not a 5. You're a fit 10. And Courtney, I'm the one who got all of her numbers for her. Yeah, Saw like went back and had all the numbers, and now I just ask whoever
Wow.
is around what number we're on, because otherwise I would never
Ah.
remember. Because I'm like, I don't know.
Thank you, Saw. We need you. We
Yes,
need you.
we need you for numbers. Yeah, he knows like when however the bikini one's easier to keep track of because we're in a row. So it's like as long as you can, I just can't remember in a row. But like cat cows, like however many cat cows there are, stuff like that. I'm like, I don't, because they're not in a row, like we hit those
Yeah.
sporadically, squats, things like that. Like those aren't goals that we hit every single time. So and even then, if it was, I still wouldn't be able to remember.
How can you?
I don't know. I can barely remember like what I'm supposed to do for the day. I write it down. I write down my content. I didn't get to one video that I wanted to shoot today, which I'm a little bit salty about, but I'm still very proud of myself. Okay. Yeah, I was close. I was close. Now I just have to shoot 2 extra videos tomorrow. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm very excited about it. I'm so proud of myself. Shot so much stuff dramatically. Okay, let's do cat cow. This is, you guys, the sound effects are going to be provided by Courtney.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk you through this stretch the entire time. And Frank does this every single time. Okay, so we're going to start in tabletop position. Guys, this is a really excellent stretch for your back and your butt. Your glutes. That's the scientific word. Your gluteus maximus and your hamstrings and your hips. And it's just a great overall stretch. You start like this in tabletop position, and then we go into the cat. That's the cat portion. We're going to arch our back, and then we're going to go down into cow. See, the sounds help. The sounds are very helpful because then you can remember which is which and which one you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Now, when you're in cow, this really stretches out the hamstrings, the glutes, and the hips. You can even rock back and forth like this if you want. That's very nice. And then you go back up into cat. Oh, cat. And then down into cow. We're just gonna rock back and forth. And then we're gonna just do this a couple more times. We're stretching everything out.
Move.
Everybody breathe. Well, make sure you breathe while you're doing it.
Move.
Oh my god. As we're really good at this. Oh, that was fantastic. Yes, it's we learned so much. We're really teaching people things here. This is the important stuff, you
Yeah,
know?
that's extremely important. I mean, nobody wants back pain or glute pain.
Exactly. And the sound effects. See, Blob is here for the sound effects. I'm watching the underground.
Thank you. Yes, I work very hard on them.
We practiced this. We rehearsed cat cow before the stream started. We were like, yeah, let's go.
We have to make sure we have it perfect
Wow.
for the viewers. We can't let you guys down.
No, we like I said, we work very hard on this. I did not ask Courtney today if she could do the stream.
No.
It was not today.
No, we practice this actually every day this week.
Every day. Yeah, we knew this was coming. 115 cat cows. See, there it is. Okay, we should do another unqualified expert so we can call it this.
I don't even think we like fully answered the last one, but I mean,
it's weird though. Like it's weird that he wants an attractive girl to do his feet. Like he sounds like he maybe is. And I don't think there's anything wrong with looking at attractive people when you're in a relationship. It's gonna happen. You still have eyes. You're not dead. But like there's that's bordering on kind of disrespectful and a bit weird to me.
yeah.
Because then you're like coming in actual contact with her, and the fact that that's like a prerequisite.
Yeah, coming into contact with a woman and expecting her to be attractive when she's like handling your feet. It just tells me like he has some type of like a kink of sorts.
Yeah.
And is trying to get satisfied through a woman who is touching him. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just sounds to me like it's good. Things are going to get weird in this relationship.
Yes, they are. It's weird. This isn't going to be the first thing. Other stuff is going to come up. And the fact that you're not married yet, like I'm not saying, I don't know, some people be like, just leave immediately. I'm not saying that, but just maybe have a conversation and figure out who you're really marrying. Cause you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely not grounds for breaking up necessarily, but definitely get a good idea of like where he's at with that. Cause it might open your eyes to him being not the one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll just help you solve some weird thing going on and you just move forward and not deal with it.
Also true. It's either way, it can't hurt to talk about it and just be like, why does she have to be attractive? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot to read the Schmumble rant. Oh my goodness. See, I almost completely forgot about that. Deranged lunatic for 2. Sorry, deranged lunatic. Alabama, South Carolina, and Florida, the inmates can choose electrocution or lethal injection. Oh shit. Thank you, deranged lunatic. Look at that. Wow. Huh.
Who would choose electric chair? I mean, I guess the people that don't want to have a bunch of seizures, but like, I mean, the electric chair sounds
really, right?
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
And what if you don't die at first? Like, I feel I don't know, people get electrocuted, so I guess they know how many volts is going to actually do it. So that's crazy.
Hey.
Fright Club, my hair is pink. It is pink and blonde. And if it doesn't kill you or you set free, I believe that someone tried to make that argument. Their lawyer argued that because they did technically die, but it didn't work and came back, then their life sentence should be completed or something like that. I think
I heard something about that where like they actually they weren't executed. It was like they had a medical emergency and they like died during an operation or something. And
is that what it was?
And they were revived and then they like, so then when they
That sounds right.
were
Yes.
came back to the prison, they were like talking about this, and then I don't remember if they actually did end up legally trying to use. I think they did. But yeah, I
Did
think it was like a medical emergency that and they died during surgery, and then they were when they were revived, they were like, "Yeah, well, I technically died, so I can be released," right?
Yeah, yeah, like, I completed my life sentence, like, so yeah, that was I feel like that, is an interesting
It's worth a try. I mean,
yeah, like, why not, right? That's so funny. I wonder if that worked. I wonder if there's a way to look into that. Um,
I know, because I don't even remember the name of that guy. Cricket, come
no,
here.
me neither, but I just remember that being a story, and I was wondering if it was a real story or just something that I heard and was like, "Oh, I believe this." Um
Yeah, like some Twitter joke or Reddit joke or
Yeah,
something.
'cause I there's so many things that I also you just when you're young and you don't really realize again, with the internet, you read something and you just assume it's true, and it's so funny how often you come to find out that none of it was true.
Yeah, and you're like, "Wow, I feel bamboozled. That was dumb."
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like
Whoops.
or, like, you'd hear something from an aunt or an uncle or, like, some family member, and you just took it with you like it was fact for your entire life, and they were completely fucking wrong.
Yeah. Oh,
Ugh.
man. The adults in your life when you're a kid. Some things it's just, like, goofy stuff that, like, parents would just lie to you to try and get you to stop asking to, like, go, get the thing or go to the place or whatever. Um, like, what are some goofy lies I heard about that? Like, kids aren't allowed at McDonald's after 5 p.m., so we can't
Yes.
go or whatever.
One of the biggest ones that I swear to God everybody knows that really got me was when the parents are like, "Oh, it's illegal to have the light in the car on at night." I believe that with
What?
my whole little heart.
For the longest time, I didn't realize that was like a universal thing that people believe. Like, when I finally realized it wasn't, like, illegal, I didn't know that that was universally, like, a problem for other people. I just thought, like, "Oh, my mom freaking got me again." And then other people were like, "Yeah, for the longest time, I thought it was illegal to have the light on." I was like, "Wait a minute."
All of our parents told us that. I d It's just because it makes it harder to see in the car, I guess, but it's still just like, they all told us that. They all told us that, and
Was that a law in the '60s or something like that? Like, I'm
maybe?
wait, they can write you a ticket for having the dome light on?
Really? Because I read recently where it was one of those where they're like, "Yeah, no, that wasn't true at all." Um, RJP, so this is and I you don't sound cold-hearted. Why did they revive someone on death row? Because they as doctors, they still have to. Like, they take the Hippocratic Oath and they have to, like, stand by that where no matter what, no matter who it is, no matter the situation, they have to try to save them until their scheduled date of whenever
Well,
they're
and, like, I mean, the chances of the doctors even knowing that that person's on death row are pretty slim. Like, they're not, as they're getting admitted, it's not like they're like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, this person is from the prison, and it's because
right,
they murdered someone. And they're supposed to be executed." Like, they're not really given that breakdown. Um, it's more because I mean, partially because, like, yeah, we can't be giving you this type of bias because you took the Hippocratic Oath. You have to, like, it is you are to save this person's life. That is your
mhm,
job.
mhm.
So,
That's, like, their first and foremost thing. Ashley just went, "Shit." Reese, that's funny that you've never heard that before. I would love to know what that what that is because she's a medic. Reese, it's so funny. So many people have heard that. I think it's every time I bring it up, someone's like, "Oh my god, yeah, I've heard that too." Um, okay. My mother wants me to be her blank.
what?
I'm a 21-year-old girl studying at university. About a year ago, my mother had to have her uterus removed due to medical problems. Oh, I see where this is going. This made
Oh,
my
geez.
mother and my father start having problems in the relationship because my stepmother father, I can't even read anymore, wants to have
Whoops.
children, and obviously my mom can't give them to him. In the end, a month ago, my stepfather left the house over the same issue, so my mother started obsessing over finding ways to have children. He even wanted to adopt, but my stepfather said that since it wasn't his, he wouldn't come to love it. Jesus, it. Until he got to the topic of surrogacy. She started researching the topic and saw that it was extremely expensive, be around $30,000. So, who was her cheap option? Jesus. On the same day, he asked me to be his surrogate. Because supposedly I'm their only support network and because I wouldn't charge them anything. Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
But when he told me, I felt an overwhelming urge to vomit and cry. She started saying that she wouldn't force me, but a moment later, she talked about how beautiful pregnancy was and that she would talk to my university to get their support. I don't want to have children at this age. Yes, I'm no longer a teenager, but I'm still young and don't want to ruin my life explaining why I'm pregnant. In addition to this, I take psychiatric medications, and an unwanted pregnancy would, in short, make me commit the S word.
Yeah.
So my only options, considering my mother's personality, are accept and live in depression or get kicked out of the house and not be able to study anymore. What should I do? Jesus Christ.
The first thing that really struck me was like, I'm sorry. Oh, because I wouldn't charge them anything. What? Sounds like they take advantage of you a lot. This is probably not the first time they try to take advantage of you being generous. You're putting your body through pregnancy, which for some people, they don't feel like it's a lot. But who knows what is going to happen to your body when you get pregnant and going through the experience of giving birth and then giving the baby away. That's actually a very traumatic experience for mothers after giving birth, is if they do give a baby up for adoption or if they are a surrogate. And the baby, it's traumatic for the baby too, to take the baby away from the mother who just gave birth. Like, it's not good. It's not a positive experience. And then to say that they're not going to, they want you to do it because they already know that they're not going to pay you for 9 months of you not taking medication that's life-saving for you, and then not just living your life the way that you normally would, whether it's drinking with your buddies or maybe eating crappy foods that wouldn't be good for the baby. Like, you can't even have soft cheeses or certain ice creams. Like, get out of my face with that. You're going to sacrifice all of that for people who don't even want to reimburse you at all for this service?
No, that's insane. I'm sorry. That's absolute insanity. It's, and not only that, like, pregnancy is incredibly hard on your body. Not just the 9 months of life changes, but it's painful. It drains you. Like, the baby's literally sucking nutrients like out of your belly. That is an incredibly hard thing to put yourself through for someone else. And you're, again, like, not getting any compensation for this. I 1,000 times I would never do this in a fucking million years. For someone who just expected it. It's all about cheese. Yes.
It's all about the cheese.
Courtney's like, no soft cheeses. Are you kidding me?
I didn't even realize, like, I specified soft cheeses.
Courtney's like, dude, we can't have soft cheeses.
There are specific cheeses you can't even have. Hello, I'm not gonna get pregnant for you.
Crazy. Give up soft
but
cheeses.
I'm telling you. And Ashley says it's still dangerous.
It is.
And like, because the thing is, like, you know, we all just assume that because our bodies are made to carry a baby for 9 months, that it'll just do it. But like, there are so many things that will come with it that may or may not happen, right? Like, for some people, yeah, their body turns into a freaking funhouse mirror. I'm not turning my body into a funhouse mirror so that some other couple can have a baby and they're not even going to compensate me. I might do that for somebody that I'm in love with and we raise the baby together, but I'm not doing that for somebody else to take the baby. No,
and
absolutely not. And that's the least of the worries. There's so many health complications that you can end up going through. There are so many, like, going through giving birth can be a traumatic experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this woman has had a baby before because she's asking said baby to have a baby for her.
Yes, she should know better. And oh God, your mom's deep anus. That's so true. It's also kind of like you're birthing your own brother too. You know, it is.
Yeah, because if they're doing the free route, that means that they're gonna give her a turkey baster.
Oh, that's so weird.
Like, they're not gonna do like an IVF thing. They're not gonna use the mom's egg because
no, then it's actually her baby that she gives to her mom and then pretends like that's the mom. And no, this whole thing is just insane.
Isn't that what happened with Ted Bundy?
Is it?
Like the mom gave birth like a really young age and then left him with her parents, and he was raised to believe that his mom was his sister.
Oh my god, I think you're right. Yeah, I do. I think you're right. Oh, that see that man that messes a kid up too. That messes a kid up. You can't. And as Ashley said this earlier too. Um, I've had moms die when I worked OB and it was effed up. Like that actually very much still happens. You don't realize how high the number is, especially I remember reading a stat about it, about how high the number is in a developed country like this. It's actually kind of insane.
Yeah, I actually have a friend who died while giving birth.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It
That's
was like the most wild thing, like to think, because we were like 30. It was her second child. And I mean, I don't
wow.
even know the details of it, of like what could have been the case there. Because it doesn't sound to me like there was any sort of like health complication that she was aware of or that the doctor was aware of. And so she just went to the hospital with her special little birthing gown. She was all excited. She had her slippers and everything. It was so cute. And then
Mm.
she didn't get to leave the hospital with her baby. And like, you'd think that a 30-year-old woman giving birth to her second child, like that wouldn't have been a thing.
No, do you know what happened?
I never actually asked for the details of it.
Ugh,
Because
at that
I
point, it
mean,
doesn't matter. It's just sad you lost your friend, but Jesus.
yeah. And like ha-
I know
there's
sometimes
really,
they can like bleed out and stuff can tear and their blood pressure drops too much. Like it's just it is there that is a factor as well. It's a huge risk and that is why surrogates get paid depending on the surrogate like 30 to 100 grand to go through something like that.
yeah, it's really upsetting. And to think like this woman is just like, whatever, it's fine. You can just,
Just do it for free. Just do it for free, my daughter. I'm going to put your life at risk because I need birthing persons. Because I need to have a baby otherwise my and it's really it's a bummer. It's a sad thing. Also, Reese, that's crazy. It happened a lot back in the day. A lot of kids' sisters are their moms. That's so wild.
yeah.
I feel like that happened in Hawaii a lot too. We had a daycare in our school, but it in our high school, yeah, like where the kid like teen moms would send their kids so they could go to class.
Wow.
I know, right? Oh, it was wild. And I didn't think anything of it except that I was just like, oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's a,
see, sorry. I was getting distracted again. One was an amniotic fluid embolus, which I see, I don't even know what that is. And the others went into DIC and hemorrhaged. Yeah. I mean, it's so tell us more about Sea Mexican Zia, and we had a daycare too. it's it's funny. It's just tells you a lot about
yeah.
how you grew up if there's a daycare in your school, I guess.
I didn't even think that that would ever be like a possibility. Like that didn't even cross my mind. I
It's
was raised to believe if you get pregnant, your life is over.
that's it. That's when they would go away for 9 months to a Catholic convent or whatever and then come back and oh, the baby's gone.
Yeah. They'd go away for like 6 or 7 months. You can't be going to school. Once you start showing, you can't be around here. So you have to.
RJP too. Yeah, no, it's like this horrible, shameful thing. It's very interesting. Like I think it says a lot about what sort of class you grew up in.
Yeah.
Like, depending on how that sort of thing is viewed. Like I knew girls that got pregnant in middle school, like seventh
Wow.
grade. Yes, not many, but a few. Um,
Oh, see, we had like a bunch of sex ed classes, like starting in fourth grade.
We had that too. We had the sex ed classes. It just did not work. It just did not work.
Because I mean, like it definitely wasn't like oh my God, if you get pregnant, you have to be sent away. Like no one ever got sent away for a period of time. Like I don't remember anybody getting pregnant. Oh my God, Cricket, chill out. Hold, please.
It's freaking out. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting one. And it's not that I thought that it was normal. I didn't like, but I just knew that I didn't want to get pregnant. I was like, having a kid right now seems insane. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I know Cricket just wants some love. Cricket just wants a little bit of love. She's like, Mom.
Cricket just wants to go attack the neighborhood. You know, she's
Cricket wants to fight. We were just saying Cricket Fright Club went, Cricket wants some attention. I was like, Cricket just wants some love. And she's like, no, I want to fight. I want to fight.
No, she's trying to, she wants to go. Yeah, she wants to go attack. Because if she was coming here, I would have just picked her up and be holding her. But no.
She's like,
no, she's in fight mode. She's not. Dang, Cricket, you had a chance to be cute on the internet tonight, but
come on, Cricket, you could be internet famous.
I know.
For 83 people.
Come on, Cricket, do you want to be internet famous for 83 people tonight?
Cricket, you're so cute.
I can hear her little toes tapping in the other room.
Click, 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 click.
She's fighting something. What? Dogs are so funny.
They're so cute.
I love them.
They're so cute.
They're my favorite.
Oh, I just love animals in general, but yes, all of them.
I know, they're all so fun. It's so fun, like getting to like seeing different personalities in different animals. Like even stupid Winston and his that damn neighbor cat. He's so mean. But they're just, I love them all so much. Chungus and Cricket got in huge trouble. For some reason, they got super hyped up for no reason. And they were acting like it was dinner time when it was not. And they were like crashing into furniture and shit. I had to put them in the backyard.
Do you have to put them on timeout in the yard? You're like, you have
ever had to do
think about what you did.
And I was like, you need to go outside now. You're starting to like tear things out of the wall. Like they ripped out my phone charger out of the wall because they were like going crazy and like crashing into the kitchen table and stuff. And I was like, you're about to start knocking things over. This is dangerous for you. And you're about to start breaking things. This is not okay. You have to go outside and get your zoomies out. I don't know what's happening at all. I don't know why you're acting like this, but you got to go. And immediately, as soon as I put them outside, they're just staring at me through the sliding glass door.
They're like, you've never done this before, Mom.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's because you've never been this insane. Yeah. I felt bad because I was like, I don't want to do this, but I don't know how to stop them. Like, how else do I stop these freaking nightmares right now? They're insane. I mean, it stopped them.
Are they going through their terrible twos? Is that what's happening? How old are they?
They are too old for that. They're Cricket's 8 and Chungus is like 5.
What is that in dog years? Does that mean Chungus is it really 7? They're like 35 in dog years.
Yeah, they're like middle-aged. They need to get jobs.
Yeah, they're over here causing a ruckus and they're supposed to be out there.
Oh my God, I just got something really cute. Come here.
Reese, are you sure you don't want 2 more? Are you sure you don't want to have 2 more? Hey! Puppy, hi!
Show her like that. There. It's her baby.
Look, she looks so happy.
It is covered in dirt. So she obviously, she's been leaving it outside because Cricket doesn't like the squeaking.
Really?
Yeah, Cricket hates the squeaking of that toy.
Interesting.
And so she'll keep it outside to keep it away from Cricket. But apparently, this is usually what I'll let her chew on. She already took off one of the eyes. It's her own anglerfish that Frank sent to her. Is that your baby?
So cute.
Look at your baby.
That's missing an eye already. Does it have a name?
I didn't name that one. This one's Guadalupe, so I don't know.
Guadalupe. That's a good name.
Should this be Guadalupe's baby, or should this just be Chonkus's baby? Like, do I go with a Spanish name for her? Do I go with like, or like a piratey name now that it's missing an I? What?
Oh, what are like Long John Silver?
What is a piratey name?
I don't know. What is it? Blackbeard? But he doesn't have a black beard. That's the problem.
Jack Sparrow?
Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. I see Frank Club. I don't know if Frank would appreciate it being called Tiny Frank.
Keira Knightley? Did you just call it Keira Knightley?
Keira Knightley. I like that. What was her name? I don't even know her name in that movie.
I didn't watch that movie, so I have no idea.
What the hell was her name? It was Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. That's what I call them in the movie. And then Jack Sparrow. I've seen the movie.
Well, let's see
here. Pirate Roberts. That's a good one.
Pirates. Ma'am, she just pushed one of the babies off of the desk. What are you doing?
Elizabeth Swan. Thank you. Elizabeth Swan.
Elizabeth Swan. That doesn't seem like a fish. Will Turner.
Will Turner. Oh.
Hector. Who's Jeffrey Rush? Hector Barbosa.
Oh, Barbosa. Captain Barbosa. Oh, yeah.
Governor Weatherby. That's not a very good anglerfish name.
Terrible name. This is my anglerfish, Weatherby. No.
It's my dog's baby. Chungus, I didn't even really actually name you. I just kind of gave you a nickname, and then it stuck.
Chungus is a perfect name for a chonky pup, for a chonky boy or chonky girl, but yeah,
chunky baby. I know. I feel bad because I'm like, she has like a boy name, but she's a Chungus. Come here, honey.
She's a everybody. If you're a Chongus, you got to be a Chongus.
Ugh.
There she is. I love how when you pick her up, she just goes like this. She's like, hey, all right. Hi, Chongus.
You have something to say?
Oh, my God.
I love that she always looks like she wants to talk into the microphone.
She does. She's right. The way she's saying like this, she looks like Mr. Burns. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my God.
Excellent.
Yes.
That was good.
Oh my God.
Good job. Oh, she just has such a cute face. You smell funny.
I think we should just make this stream Chongus for the rest of the stream.
Yes, the Chongus stream.
This is the Chongus stream. I'm getting tired. I take a nap. Chongus stream.
Chongus stream. Chonga, choo choo.
After this, I'm going to have to brush my teeth because all I can think about right now is food. I'm just going to have to immediately brush my stream. What? 8-hour stream? We are all the way, almost 3 hours in, by the way. Another 5 would be at 5 a.m. Yeah, that's
yikes.
There's no way.
I don't know if I can handle all that.
No. In fact, I think it's bedtime for us.
Yeah.
I'm starting to, when I start to yawn too much and think too much about food, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta get into bed and shut my little eyeballs.
Oh yeah, no, because once the food starts to really get into the brain, I'm either gonna pig out or go to bed.
Did I say brush my stream?
Yeah, you did.
That is how I know it is time to end the stream. I said brush my stream. I shot so much stuff today. I'm like, sorry, I know I kept saying this, but I'm so like, I've been very consistent this week and I feel really, really good about it because before that I was kind of struggling to like find my rhythm but I got into my rhythm and I went to the gym and I got a really good workout in and then I came home and I was like, fuck yes, I'm going to shoot all this stuff. And I shot all the stuff and I edited and I scheduled. And I think by next week, I'm going to be like months ahead on content or 2 months ahead. 2 months ahead on content. That's the idea. So I might be not like MIA, but I'll be in a content hole for a little bit. I'm not going to be MIA. That's not the right word. Anyway, my point is my brain is shut down and I should stop saying words now.
You got to brush your stream, you know?
I got to go brush my stream. It's very important that you brush your stream before bed. Absolutely killing it. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna pee on her toothbrush. No, everybody go subscribe to Courtney. It's in the chat. We've got backhand right there in the chats. Follow Courtney on her YouTube, on her X, on her Instagram, all the places. Where can they find you? When's your next stream? What do you got going on? Everybody go support Courtney because she's fucking awesome.
Yes. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me. Just search for Courtney Brooke. And yeah, my next stream will be on Monday. And I believe I don't really have anything planned. Usually something wild happens over the weekend, though, and we'll have a whole situation happening. I mean, worst comes to worst, we'll get some body cam videos going, but I'm sure I'll get something going in the works.
There's a lot of crazy shit in the news to talk about.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, we covered a lot of it last night. And I just hate Liz Wheeler so much now.
I'm with you. I know I'm with you on that. That's terrible.
The whole, all those influencers were so gross, but it's like, I don't know. Anyway, so there's all that. And and you can follow me on Twitter. My handles was that Courtney. I can't tell you what happens there because again, it's all just an ADHD variety show. You get what's happening in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Just whatever pops into the old noggin.
Yeah.
That's very much exactly what it is, actually.
There's no structure or organization by any means. I need a babysitter help, but we have a good time.
I need an adult.
Help.
That's like my whole life. I'm just like, I need an adult.
I do. I don't know any good ones though.
Has literally actually happened before, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making a joke. I'm not playing anything up. Nick has chased me around the living room trying to take candy away from me as I yell, "I'm an adult!" At
But
like
it's
2 o'clock
true.
in the morning.
I'm an adult. I can eat candy if I want to. At 2 o'clock in the morning. I used to. I just need somebody to help me organize my day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, man, I gotta get on some medication. I gotta go find a person and fix my brains. I gotta fix my brains. All right, everybody go. Everybody go follow Courtney. The link is also in the description after the video as well, and it's in the chat at the moment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys like what you're watching. Every Friday, I have an awesome guest on. There has not been one single guest I've had on that has sucked because they're all amazing and they're all awesome. We do Unqualified Experts. It's just the best people that come on here. And so Fridays are always really fun with a guest. Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern is the snack stream, which is the next one coming up, which is my favorite, one of my favorites, because I get to eat food and it's amazing. That's yeah, oh my God, just one more day to that. And then see you next Tuesday on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, like button, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps out with the algorithm. I love all of you. Have an amazing night. Get 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Healer, if Courtney does the Sunday show, the whole stream will be cheese. Just all cheese. Just a cheese stream. Oh, I just want cheese now. Okay, I have to stop talking about cheese. Okay.
I love cheese.
I have cheese in my fridge right now.
We need to have a cheese-themed snack stream sometime.
Really
just have a cheese smorgasbord.
Which is easy. There are tons of cheeses I've never tried before. There's all kinds of new fancy cheese combos, and you can do cheese with the cracker. Yes, let's do this. 5 hours of sleep. As much sleep as you can get. All the sleep.
5.
I love you guys so much. Have an amazing night. Yeah, we
8.
Poor Franklin only gets 5 because he has to wake up for work. But for as much sleep as you can get, the best sleeps that you can get, and then you wake up feeling refreshed and amazing. All right, I'm not going to stop talking. I have to shut up now. Good night. Bye. Oh shit, I didn't hit end stream.